Chomp, 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 chomp. Do they use that in all the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon sound effects of the chomping, the bone bite?
Yeah.
Do they use that sound with the chomp, chomp, chomp with the gators? Do they use any chomp, 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 chomp?
I don't know that the Gators use the Hanna-Barbera sound effect.
Dude, that's specifically why I'm asking.
I don't know.
All right. That's why I'm asking, because the whole, the chomp thing and,
The chomp thing, yes.
Yeah,
Welcome to Florida, MJ, yes, the chomp thing, yes.
Yeah. Welcome to Florida since 1992.
No, man, congratulations to the Gators.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow. What a swing. And Michelle, I kind of dozed off a little bit.
So did I.
I dozed off, so I missed the grand finale. It was recorded, so but that was exciting, Michelle. You were watching. You've been Michelle Madness for a bunch of the women's and lady and men's tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said Gators are going to lose this game.
What?
And then you closed your eyes.
Because Houston was like walking all over them.
12 up.
Yeah. So the Gators came back. They overcame a 12-point deficit. That was at what? At halftime.
No, halftime was really close. Halftime was
Hold on. What was it?
31.
Uh-huh.
Into the
there was I'm sorry. A 12-point deficit in the second half.
In the second period.
All right, correction. Thank you,
Second
Fester.
half.
Yes, not at halftime, but in the second half, Houston was up by 12 points, and then the Gators come back. They chomp, 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 choppity, chomp, 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 chomp. So Gators come back, and they won it 65-63. And, I kind of fell asleep at the end.
Yeah.
But Houston had a chance and just couldn't get a shot off, right?
I tell you, man.
Thought you fell asleep. Why are you an expert all of a sudden?
I'm not. I'm shutting up. I fell asleep with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left.
So you missed the end?
Yep. I'm sitting there and I'm watching it. I'm like, I want to watch this, but I'm so tired.
Oh.
I fell asleep in the chair. And then I woke up when the confetti was falling. I'm like, just shut it off and went to bed.
Oh.
Missed the whole thing.
Well,
Fester.
did you have a DVR rolling? You can just roll it back or no?
I didn't even care. It was over. I knew the score.
Are you yawning right now?
I'm still pretty tired.
You're starting to yawn right now.
Yeah, it's been a long couple days.
All right, so what's the story here? Houston got the ball back with 19 seconds left, but Houston could not get off a final shot. Wow. So Gators, Florida, NCAA men's basketball champions, 65-63. So women's went to UConn, and the men's goes to Gainesville. Chomp, chomp, choppity chomp, chomp. That's the noise they use. Remember when Fred Flintstone pulled into the quarry and he got his time card punched?
That's right.
That's also the sound that was that like a saber-toothed tiger that was the punch clock?
I think it was.
Right.
Yeah. Because he had the long teeth and he would make the holes in the card.
Yeah.
To say what time Fred showed up.
Yeah, saber-toothed tiger punch clock. All right, 6:04 at the MJ Morning Show here on a Tuesday morning. Hey, Michelle.
Yeah.
How many people in my neighborhood, or I should say our neighborhood, how many people in our neighborhood this morning were just itching to get run over?
Good 3.
I don't know what.
What, a couple 3?
I don't know.
Good 3.
I don't know what the hell's going on. People in dimly lit areas of my neighborhood wearing the darkest clothes possible with no lights, no reflectors. It's also like a little drizzly out there.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell?
I don't understand.
It was like a human run me over obstacle course.
Yeah.
How about the guy with the hoodie?
They're just itching to get hit.
Yeah, there was sort of. What noise is that, Fester? Your phone is going.
Yeah.
What is that?
I set up a show up for the show late alarm.
What?
And
I don't know if it printed on the air. I don't know if people could hear it, but I heard it out of the corner of my ear through my headphones, and it was like.
No, I have a 5:58 get your ass to the studio alarm. right?
But it's 6:05.
Right. So I think I accidentally hit snooze instead of off. And it's like an 8-minute snooze, so that that's about makes sense. Right?
Who has an 8?
Yeah.
I've never heard of an 8-minute snooze.
I have a 7-minute snooze.
Yes,
Oh, you do?
actually, maybe mine's a 7-minute snooze because it went off at 6:05. So
Oh yeah, all right, 7 minutes.
yeah, I have a
snooze.
7-minute snooze.
But 7 minutes or 8 minutes? What's wrong with that? Yours is like 3 minutes. Who does a 3-minute snooze? What's the point of it?
What are you
That's
saying?
ridiculous.
What do you mean I have a 3-minute snooze?
Your alarm goes off, and then you must hit snooze because then it goes off like 2 or 3 minutes
No,
later. And I'm like, what is the
no.
point of even closing your eyes for 2 or 3 minutes?
No, because it's not a snooze. I have a whole bunch of alarms set up on my phone.
Okay, that's the same thing,
But
is it not,
no,
Fester?
It's a new alarm.
No,
But it's the same thing.
No, it's a brand new alarm. A snooze is where you slide to snooze.
No, I understand the technicalities of it because I understand how to use the phone. But basically, you've
Yeah.
implemented a snooze by just resetting a new alarm for 2 or 3 minutes after the first one.
it's a whole different definition.
See, I don't look at it that way
It's
either.
not a snooze. It's a
Yeah.
whole separate alarm.
But you're basically saying, I'm going to go close my eyes for 2 or 3 minutes and then wake up again when this new alarm goes off. What is the point?
Okay, so it's like jumping out of a plane with a parachute, and the snooze is the emergency parachute.
No.
With our alarm system, it's like jumping out with a bunch of parachutes.
Right. I had a whole bunch of parachutes set.
Yeah, me too.
Exactly.
No.
All right. So 3 people in my neighborhood this morning were just itching to get run over. I mean, and there was one guy, like I said, in a hoodie. This guy in a dark hoodie, and it was a darker skinned guy. It wasn't a white dude. He might have been, Indian but I'm like, what are you doing, man? So, I mean, he's dying to get run. 3 people
Is
this
he running?
morning.
Is he out jogging? Is
No,
he walking?
he was walking, looking at his phone.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He was looking at his phone, and his phone wasn't even illuminating anything, so he must have the screen set dimly.
Yeah. It was just bizarre.
Just bizarre. 3 people just saying, "Hey, MJ, run me over on your way to work this morning."
Yeah.
I don't get it. And there was a jogger jogging in the darkness with nothing reflecting on, no light, nothing, and dark clothing.
On our side of the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even looking at oncoming traffic either. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Just hit me from behind.
Because you
Just
know
take
the
me
deal.
out. I don't wanna know.
When you bike, you're supposed to be going with traffic. When you walk, you're supposed to be walking against traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Is the way it's supposed to work. Anyway, just getting rolling. 6. Well, luckily, folks, I'm happy that I did not run anybody over.
Yeah, so were we. I mean,
Yeah, so I did not run any of the 3 people that were just begging me to run them over this morning. I did not. So I'm very proud at my detection skills where people are just doing You know what was that paint that they came out with like 5 years ago? It was like the blackest of black. Remember that?
the darkest paint
The,
ever.
the darkest color. It didn't reflect any light. It absorbed light like it was some kind of crazy thing out of the movie we watched with Elizabeth Moss, which was great the other day. So Saturday night we did a double feature actually, and we watched was it 2020? It was The Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss, and the guy came up with like this invisibility cloak suit.
Yeah.
Her,
I mean, it was like,
her ex,
like
or
bad Harry Potter movie.
what?
Because they have an invisible cloak in Harry Potter, too.
No, I really like the Invisible Man from Elizabeth Moss. We were supposed to talk about our movie watching yesterday. We never got really around to it. All right, just getting rolling here. It's going to be a busy Tuesday morning. You don't want to miss anything. Hey, Fester's a surprise came for you.
Ooh, I love surprises.
Oh, yeah. There's a mystery merch surprise came for Fester. Should we present it next, or should we wait a little bit later on, like 7 o'clock hour?
Dying to know.
And also, you know what I want to mention? I want to mention this numerous times this morning. I shot the carbon monoxide video and posted it on my Instagram yesterday for the carbon monoxide detector, and something very interesting happened after I posted the video. What happened? I'll tell you next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. Don't move.
Good morning.
MJ Morning Show. And MJ, Fester, Michelle, 104.7 FM. Hey, everybody, Tuesday morning. Gonna be a pretty janked up show today, I feel it. But I'm saying that in an affectionate sense. I feel all I feel weird this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a positive. It's going to be net positive. I'm just letting you in on that. All right, Fester mystery merch. Somebody sent something in.
All right.
It was shipped, though, in a clear plastic wrapper.
Oh.
So you can see exactly what it is. I don't recall getting many things shipped in a clear plastic wrapper with just a delivery label stuck on it. It's kind of weird.
Was it sent straight from?
It looks like Amazon or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it looks to be that. All right, so we'll get to mystery merch. Somebody sent a gift for Fester. That's coming up here in just a bit. Hey, I wanted to get into the carbon monoxide detector video that I shot. And we've had several stories recently. You had the ex-Yankees player's son
In Costa Rica?
in Costa Rica, 14-year-old, was it Miller?
Yeah, the play was Brett Gardner.
Yeah, Miller Gardner, 14-year-old son, passed away, and it's been determined carbon monoxide poisoning. And then you had three girls kind of on a spring break getaway back in late February, and they succumbed to carbon monoxide at a resort in Belize. And it's just awful. I mean, I feel terrible, and something that I've done for years, and I'll tell you exactly what prompted me to do this. And I've told our listeners for years, please get a portable carbon monoxide detector. About the size of a garage door opener. I mean, it's just small, and I always throw mine in the bag, in the luggage. I travel with it. You know, if I'm in a hotel, motel, you know, I have it with me, and I'll take it out of the suitcase. I'll just put it on a dresser or wherever, just in case. And what prompted me to do this years ago, it's got to be over 10 years ago. It might have, you know what? I think it was during the first run on the MJ Morning Show. So it's got to be, 12, 13, 15 years ago. I remember there was a story about people at a hotel or a motel. And unfortunately, the pool equipment for the motel pool was right outside of their window, and there was a malfunction in the pool equipment. I think it was the pool heater, and it was producing carbon monoxide that was then leaking into their room, and it killed the family. And after I saw that, I'm like, holy crap. I mean, just the silent killer. You have no idea. And that's when I started to get serious, and I found the carbon monoxide detector and asked Michelle. Michelle, how long have we been traveling with a carbon monoxide detector now? It's got to be 15 years.
For as long as I can remember now.
Yeah,
you just don't go anywhere without it.
Yeah, it's been a very, very long time. Plus, I've got a couple in the house as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep some in the house. I've got a couple of travel versions. All right, so here's the deal. With the two recent stories that I feel so badly about, I said I was going to shoot a video, and I shot a video. Fester, just play a little bit of the video. It's on my Instagram right now, Certified MJ Radio. Just play a little bit of this thing, would you? All right, hit it and unmute. From the MJ Morning Show on Q105 Tampa Bay, 104.7 FM. And you've heard me talk about this for years, how I travel with a portable carbon monoxide detector. Do me a favor, please get one of these. Two big stories recently. All right, so then I recount the stories. But here's the deal. When I shot the video yesterday, we did this, Michelle, what, about 5:30?
Yeah.
About 5:30, I posted it just before 6 p.m. on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. If you haven't seen the video, if you want to see what the carbon monoxide detector looks like, go to Certified MJ Radio. When I shot this, I even printed out the page from Amazon, and when I shot the video, the carbon monoxide detector was $37.50. So $37.50 for the Kita carbon monoxide detector with the 10-year battery, digital display, etc. $37.50. Then I checked it later last night, and it was up to $39.03.
Oh.
So you can see what happened there. The algorithm moved the price up. so many people, and I don't know what it takes. I don't know how many people have to buy the product for then Amazon to say, oh, there's a demand. Let's move the price up. And, of course, that's all done electronically. It's all done by some computer algorithm. But, again, when I shot the video, I posted this just before 6 p.m. yesterday. The Kidda carbon monoxide detector was $37.50. And then when I checked at, 8 o'clock or so, 8:30 last night, the price had gone up to $39.03. So, what, $1.53 increase.
Ah, you moved the market all by yourself.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what it takes to move I'm doing quotes on MJTV. I don't know what it takes to move the market, but clearly it did.
It's like you put a little mini MJ tariff on it. It just raised it $1.50 for no reason.
No, $1.53.
I'm sorry.
$1.50. No, let me go to my Instagram. Let me see how many views this thing has. It has 6,744 views in 12 hours.
All right, so I have to express my low-key disappointment in you.
Oh, geez. Low-key disappointment. What is your low-key disappointment in me?
I'm not, very disappointed, but it's like, meh. You could have done something a little different. You need to tag Kittle. What's the company's name?
It's Kidda, Kidde. They make the fire extinguishers and Kidda, smoke detectors. Kidda, Kidde.
Because your hashtag is carbon monoxide poisoning, which nobody hashtags.
Yeah.
Nobody looks for that.
Who's hashtag?
Yeah, nobody does that.
Oh, let's find out.
That's a big one.
If you hashtag Kidda, it would show up on their algorithm, and that's a possibility of starting.
It already did. So somebody
has they contacted you?
Dude, hold on. Yes, Kidda already thanked me. Yes. So if you why don't you go before you open up your big trap? Go ahead and scroll. Somebody in the comments mentioned Kidda. Keep going.
No,
Oh, right
you
there.
should hashtag it.
I realize it, but somebody put the @ in. Oh, you know who it is?
Yeah.
It's the Kojak's guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't know. Pete, Frank, Jack.
No,
Al.
the dude from
Chris. It's Chris.
So the guy from Kojak's House of Ribs. He actually commented, I hope @Kidda Fire Safety gives you a crate to give away as prizes, and then scroll up. Keep going. All right, Fester, just hit the plus sign. Hit the plus sign. Hit the plus sign, and then keep going, and then you'll see that Kidda, with their certified account, they respond.
I'm looking.
Hold on. Is it not displaying?
More loading?
Well, it showed up. It showed up in my feed.
Maybe they sent you a direct message or something.
No, it's not a direct message.
But we got to start a relationship with Kidda. I mean, we've given out such odd things like rice cookers and didn't we do an orange juicer?
What?
No, a blender.
Yes, a blender.
What?
What did we give away? We gave a
rice
cooker,
machine.
a rice machine.
Dude, we've given away
dash cams.
We've given away a bunch of
a toaster oven.
The Zojirushi rice cookers, which are the best around. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if we're going to give away
National Rice Month is September, and for 2 years in a row, we gave away a pile of these Zojirushi amazing Japanese rice makers.
I mean, what would the demand be, MJ, if we got our hands on like a case of 24 of these?
I don't know, $37, $39 prize is, I mean,
it's not the point.
It's a public service.
It's not the point.
I get it.
I mean,
all right, how about here's a carbon monoxide detector at $1,000 cash.
How about the Cash Kitty carbon monoxide detector? Oh, that's a tie-in right there, man.
All right, speaking of the Cash Kitty's back at 8 o'clock. So an hour and a half from right now, the Cash Kitty's back. We'll give you a brand new keyword, and you text the word to the text number at 8 o'clock, and you sit back and you see if you're selected by the random computer, if you win the $1,000. So $1,000 up for grabs at 8 a.m. this morning, then 10 a.m., then 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. The Cash Kitty, 5 times a day for $1,000 here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105 Tampa Bay. When we return, it's Morons in the News time. That's right. Nice pile of more. Oh, we've got a pickleball moron in the news. Oh, yeah. Pickleball, baby. Pickleball's still on fire. In fact, pickleball's going to West Shore Plaza. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, hang on. Let me mark that down. Pickleball West Shore. Yeah. So there's a little combo platter going to West Shore, which, the mall is not getting knocked down anytime soon. That whole redevelopment deal fell through. Now the whole place is up for sale, but it's going to be years and years before anything happens there. And they got to figure out the traffic at West Shore and Kennedy anyway. It is horrific now. What's going to happen if they develop that thing into some monster operation over there? All right, 6:31 at the MJ Morning Show. Morons in the news next. My friends at Banco have a... It be 6:38 at the MJ Morning Show. Morons of the news, no delay, diving right in. Guy in Tampa accused of stealing more than $2,600 worth of fuel from a Pasco County gas station, a 7-Eleven. The rip-off gas scam. Yep. Tampa. Yes, Fester?
For all the times I hear about this story,
Yep.
how many times has it happened and I don't hear about it? Am I just naive to how easy it is to steal a lot of gas?
Well, this has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
We've talked about these stories for a while. There are multiple ways that people rip off gas. So listen to this guy. Tampa dude stole over $2,600 worth of fuel from a 7-Eleven up in Pasco. Yeah, the sheriff's office said that Osney Gutierrez Hernandez. Osney, O-S-N-E-Y. Haven't heard that one before.
That's a new name for me, too.
I've heard of Gutierrez.
See?
I've heard of Hernandez. Can I get another C?
See?
Thank you. So this dude stops at a 7-Eleven on Land O'Lakes Boulevard. Pumps some gas. He inserted his debit card to buy the diesel fuel, but he was able to, according to the Pasco County Sheriff's Office, quote, was able to manipulate the pump to continue dispensing fuel without incurring the appropriate charges.
How do you do that?
Yeah. He pumped fuel into a hidden and altered fuel tank in the bed of the pickup truck. The tank was a 100-gallon fuel tank, which had been altered to add additionally 100 to 150 gallons to the tank.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's a big problem with the with the pump, right?
The sheriff's office said the transfer pump was found under a hidden compartment on top of the fuel tank that was used to execute the thievery of the fuel. Yeah, so the 7-Eleven investigators said that Gutierrez Hernandez used the same truck and gas pump 4 other times to rip off fuel.
Oh, that's how they got him.
Yeah. And the total fuel stolen was 722.16 gallons for a grand total of $2,629.33. And Gutierrez Hernandez was arrested on fraud charges, scheming to defraud, and also a statute that's called unlawful conveyance of fuel. So they nailed him. But, you know, what they don't say is how he manipulated the pump. And like I said, over the years, there are multiple ways that people have stolen fuel. So one of the biggest ones is it's low tech. It is as low tech as possible. People in a van, in one of those trailers, they will pull into a gas station parking lot. They will pull over those big metal, like manhole covers.
Those come right up.
You'll see that there's a blue one, there's a red one. There's, a lot of times they're color coded for the different grades of fuel in the ground. And those metal covers, that's where the fuel tankers, they pull out their hoses and they jam their hoses into the ground and they fill the underground tanks at the gas station. So what people have done for years is they'll pull over these tanks and there's like a trap door in the bottom of their van, a trapdoor in the bottom of one of those big trailers. They'll lift up the trapdoor while they're inside the vehicle or the trailer, and they have access to the tanks in the ground. They lift up the metal manhole covers, and they access the fuel tanks, and they have a pump. And they'll just jam a hose down into the bottom of the fuel tank, concealed by the inside of the van, the inside of the trailer, and they will literally pump the fuel right out of the ground as they're sitting on top in the parking lot of the fuel tank covers. And they'll pump it into a big, plastic tank that they have hidden inside the vehicle or the trailer. So that's been done for years. And gas station employees are always instructed, always trained. Watch out for vehicles that are trailers or vans. Watch out if they ever park and they sit on top of the fuel tank filling covers for any length of time.
I mean, yeah, you figure it'd take a while.
Yeah. But what is this guy doing? This guy was able to manipulate. So the guy puts in a debit card, but according to the sheriff's office, he was able to manipulate the pump to keep dispensing fuel without. What did he do? What was his game?
There are two different, I'm just looking up an article right here. There are two different ways to do it. First of all, apparently gas pumps are only provided by two different manufacturers. So
Gilbarco and A.O. Smith.
Wayne Fueling Systems and Gilbarco Veeder-Root.
Okay, well,
You knew one of them.
Yeah.
A.O. Smith does something. Maybe they do the hoses or something. I don't know. I just see that name. Go ahead.
So I guess there's some kind of a remote control that from inside the store they can like shut the gas pump off and on.
Oh yeah. Also, outside of the gas stations, you ever see like the emergency shut off?
Yeah, that's in case of like a fire or something, or it's spewing everywhere.
I'm dying to run over and just push the emergency shut off one day. Not randomly, but if there's an emergency. All right.
Really?
I just want to push that red button.
He does. I swear.
So I push buttons.
Yeah, I know.
So it's bored to push buttons. All right, go ahead, Michelle. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so they have a remote control, and a lot like how you've shown our family that a lot of people, the code comes in with like 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the gas station owner never changes it, or the proprietor never changes it, and so these devices are readily available, like on eBay or whatever. You know how Julian had that one device. And so if they don't change the code, then it's very easily, I guess, to get one of these devices. And
what device are you talking about that Julian has? You mean the flipper?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Whatever.
Your son has a gas stealing code?
No.
He has this thing called the flipper, and he doesn't do anything nefarious with it. He's not like doing anything illegal.
Right. So if that remote control stays just set on its default setting, it's much easier. These devices are available or can be made.
But how does he steal the fuel?
Because he can shut it off and on. He can just turn the pump on, and it'll just keep pumping gas as if the person in the store said, pump the gas.
All right.
And the second method is some kind of a pulser that measures how much gas comes out.
Yeah.
And they're able to do some kind of a homemade device from a hardware store
Yeah,
to slow the pulser so it registers only a fraction of the gas.
He's doing something. He's putting in his debit card to activate the pump, but he's able to keep the pump open without incurring the charges. So some kind of gimmick. There's all kinds of crap. I'm sure if you go online, how to steal gas from a gas. I'm sure
I just did.
Oh, is that what you did?
I literally just did
She
that.
literally just went over ways and actually gave some people ideas.
Yeah. Go to eBay, buy one of these devices, or go to your hardware store and, rig something up.
Hold on. Don't tell people.
I'm just reading. NBC News published it, dude.
All right.
I'm not.
Folks, don't do this. You'll end up in jail.
Yeah.
All right? Do not do this. You'll end up incarcerated. All right? What the hell is this all about? A former Hillsborough County deputy accused of throwing a bottle at a lady's head?
Is he former because of this, or has he been off the
squad
for a while?
I believe he was former for a while. This is nuts. So a former Hillsborough County deputy sheriff threw a bottle at a woman's head while they were involved in some kind of road rage situation. According to the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, the woman was with her teenage children, and they were on Bell Shoals Road headed southbound, and they were approaching a red light over at Fishhawk Boulevard. The light turns green. The car in front did not immediately go. So what do you do if the car is sitting there, the light turns green? What do?
You're supposed to give a quick double toot.
Yeah, and the way you honk a horn also kind of shows intonation, inflection, like a quick little doot doot. That's like a friendly. If you just go,
a lot of times, some of these newer cars, they don't have that feature. They're all bands.
Really?
Yeah. What are you talking about? It's how you push the steering wheel button, the thing.
I think the tone of the
no,
horn is more aggressive.
Dude, I'm not talking about the tone. I'm talking about a boop boop. Just a toot toot versus leaning on the horn. That's what I'm talking about. The cars don't make different horn noises.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I thought I saw a thing about how newer cars, the horns are more digital.
What the hell are you? Well, hold on.
No, hold on. I'm thinking about it. I saw a piece once on the news about how newer cars, the horn is electric. It's not how it was before, where it actually came from a horn underneath your hood. And it has a different tone, and it's harder to get just the beep beep than it was a couple years ago.
It's just the tapping. Okay. You just tap, you just tap your horn quickly. You
really?
give it a double toot.
You can do that?
Yes.
Because that's not what you do.
What are you talking? I don't.
You do the.
That's his personality.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a terrible person. But
will you stop
so what
it?
happened here? So I'm sorry. I digress.
You bitch.
So okay, great,
right.
Fantastic.
All right. So the light turns green. Car didn't move. The lady honks. According to the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, a passenger in the suspect's vehicle started yelling at the woman while they were on Fishhawk. Then investigators said the passenger throws a bottle out of the vehicle and hits the woman in the head while they were at the red light at Fishhawk and Mosaic Drive. Nothing like a road named after phosphates, All right, so the victim sustained a raised contusion and abrasion from the impact. That's in the sheriff's office statement. And then the individual that threw the projectile that hit the woman, 47-year-old Brandon Parker. And apparently, Parker worked at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office from 2003 to 2016. And he currently works for Hillsborough County Public Schools. Well, for now he does.
Okay.
Not anymore.
Well, you don't throw a potentially deadly missile at somebody.
Let's get all the evidence.
Yeah, here's a statement from Sheriff Chad Chronister. This type of violent behavior is absolutely unacceptable, especially from someone who once wore a badge. There is no excuse for escalating a traffic dispute into an act that caused injury to an innocent driver. No one is above the law, and we will hold individuals accountable for their actions, regardless of their past or current affiliations.
That's right.
I just love this charge.
Which one?
What's the charges?
Throwing a deadly missile.
Oh, it is. That's what I said.
I know. No, I know. I love it.
That's the statute.
Yeah, I know.
It's called the dead. I mean, you don't need a shoulder-launched surface-to-air missile
No.
to launch a deadly missile.
Yeah.
If you just throw a rock at somebody, or in this case, it was a bottle.
It was a bottle.
Yeah.
I prosecuted a case just like this.
Does it talk
Hold
about...
on, tell us about that.
Yeah, kid threw a half-filled bottle of Gatorade out a window of a school bus.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah.
That's
Guilty.
right.
Thank you, Judge Little.
And you is a juvie.
Yeah.
This is when you first started.
Yeah.
When you first started at the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office.
Right.
After you graduated Stetson, you were in juvenile court.
Yes.
And this delinquent threw a Gatorade bottle at another car, and you hit him with Florida. Well, the police arrested him, and he was charged with Florida statute of throwing a deadly missile.
Yep.
I don't know if Gatorade is,
way to ruin some kid's life there, Meech.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Kids on death row right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
All these years later.
possibly.
You ever wonder what that kid is doing?
Nope.
How old was he when he threw the bottle? Do you remember?
Well,
About?
probably 14.
Really?
Well, he was riding a school bus, and I was in juvenile.
So he'd be like 34 years old today.
Yeah.
I wonder if he is a productive member of society or if he's up in Stark.
Yeah. He's got a job working at a bottling facility.
It's a little research project for you there, MJ.
Oh, I'll have to. Why don't you look that up? See what happens.
Why don't you look it up?
All right, 6:53 at the MJ Morning Show. Little dose of early morons in the news. You sent me a 21-page article last night. When we get back, Michelle sends me. Are you prepping for something? I don't want to give too much away. When we get back, is Michelle a prepper? She sent me a 21-page article last night, and then a subsequent email. I think she wants this. Michelle the prepper. Are you expecting something? All right, hold on. I'll explain next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. Oh, I was just notified after our carbon monoxide detector talk that the price was only temporarily inflated last night. It's back down again. All right, we'll get into this later on because I want to mention the carbon monoxide detector story multiple times here on the MJ Morning Show because it's a public freaking service. All right, 7:01 at the MJ Morning Show. Michelle, would you like to tell me why you sent me a 21-page piece from the New York Times yesterday regarding the best emergency food kits? Are you prepping for something?
Hurricane season.
All right.
Yeah, hurricane season's right
I
around
thought,
the corner.
you know what, they look, I don't know. I've trusted you to review the items that I sent you and decide if we should just, one or two boxes.
I thought it was maybe more nefarious. I thought maybe it was like societal collapse or something.
Or me running away.
I mean, that's about as likely.
Hold on. What would you running away have to do with an emergency food kit?
Yeah, I mean, he'd probably have better food if he ran away.
Listen, I do all the cooking.
All ice cream and Pop-Tarts.
Would you freaking make your buttermilk biscuits? I've been asking you now for 2 months. Why aren't you making the biscuits?
Yeah.
Sunday morning, I said, could you please make your famous Southern Living recipe buttermilk biscuits? And you're denying me. I just want to make an egg and cheese biscuit on Michelle's amazing buttermilk biscuits.
Do I get a day off?
What? Oh.
I'll trade.
A day off coming out of the morning show to make me biscuits?
Yeah.
Okay, MJ, you get biscuits on Sunday. She doesn't come in on Monday.
Thank you.
How about that?
Why don't you shut your hole over there?
No.
Why don't you stop trying to sabotage things?
How about she makes biscuits on Sunday? I'll take Monday off, and the two you can talk about how good they were.
All right, Faster, just don't be an instigator over there. Michelle, seriously, what is the deal? I've been asking. And also, you've got some good right buttermilk. And Michelle's discovered that if you let your buttermilk expire a little bit,
it's extra sour.
It's even better. It gives the biscuits an extra wang. Extra tang and wang.
Tang.
I like wang.
Yeah.
Gives it a little extra wang.
He loves the wang.
Wow, what are you saying over there? What's going on in your brain?
He loves it. He loves it.
You got your consonants all confused.
A little extra tang and wang. Would you make them today, please?
Today?
Oh,
come on.
Not today.
Oh, come on.
I'm jammed, buddy.
What do you mean you're jammed?
Oh, my gosh.
I would love for brunch because I haven't eaten anything yet. I don't eat until we get home. Typically, it's like 11 o'clock or so.
Brunch on a Tuesday.
I know. What's going on in his brain?
Seriously, come on.
Help me.
Come on. Would you please?
No.
I'm itching. my mouth is watering now for a buttermilk biscuit with egg and cheese. Come on, please, today.
There's a McDonald's right down the road.
I know. Stop it. I'm telling. Come on.
Not today.
Oh, jeez. All right. So Michelle
keep
uses what? The Southern Living recipe.
Yeah, it's simple.
But it's simple, but the steps are very precise. Like, so you agree you've got to use White Lily self-rising flour, right?
I like that flour.
So, but even like biscuit experts say that White Lily, which is only available in certain parts of the country, that White Lily made with the winter wheat, that is the best flour for a Southern buttermilk biscuit.
Yes.
So then we use the butter. Oh, and the buttermilk has to be the whole fat.
Who makes, like, Fester, you cook. Why do you buy the low-fat buttermilk?
Yeah.
Who wants low-fat buttermilk?
Seriously.
The whole purpose of the buttermilk is to be all fatty and...
I don't know.
A lot of stores only sell low-fat buttermilk. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you?
I know.
If you want buttermilk, you want the full McGilla fat fest. All right? So, what's the brand we buy? Either like Publix does sell it, and so does Walmart. And it's Marburger.
Yeah.
Marburger. I think it's Marburger, and that's the full-fat buttermilk.
Yeah.
But then you freeze your butter.
Yeah.
So you use either Challenge or Land O'Lakes, right? Unsalted?
Yeah, I think it's unsalted.
But you freeze the butter because then you want like the cold butter chips in the dough mix.
All right, MJ Martha Stewart.
But you want that to then cause steam pockets when you cook them.
So if you know so much, you can do it yourself.
Well,
I mean, you seem like you have the recipe down.
Right.
Anyway.
You see, he stalks me in the kitchen while I'm doing it. So then he memorizes every little step. And then if I miss one or I do something different the next time.
Well, you didn't do that last time.
All right,
What's the deal?
So back over to the emergency food kits.
Yeah.
Oh, so you sent this just for hurricane season?
Yeah, because the one was just like a rice packet or something. And, we were without power for, I don't know, like a week, I think, or a weekend, like 5 days or something last time.
This past go with Milton, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was looking at that and I was like, maybe it seemed kind of economical, just kind of add it to the, my hurricane kit. I didn't know what you thought about that.
All right.
What, packets of rice?
Well,
no. It's like rice and vegetables or something. One of the meal kits looked like that.
So
it's like dehydrated vegetables?
So Michelle,
I leave this up to him to research.
Yeah, it's 21 pages and all these different the top pick.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole article was just telling you what it was and they dissected it.
All right. So the top pick, according to this is in like New York Times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mountain House's parent company, Oregon Freeze Dry, has been developing military rations since the mid-1960s. You know what I'd love? I'd love to try like a ration from like the 1960s, open it up and eat it and see what it's like.
Ooh,
you would?
Yeah, 60 years later, 50 years later.
If it was dehydrated, it would just reconstitute, right?
Yeah, anyway, the top pick is Mountain House Just In Case freeze-dried 3-day meal kit. How much is this thing? Oh, Amazon, $69.99.
Yeah, to keep you alive for 3 days, that actually seems reasonable.
What the hell? Mountain House 3-day emergency food supply, freeze-dried survival and emergency food, 18 servings. All right, so if you do 3 meals a day, then so it'll feed multiple people. Obviously,
it's like for 3 days.
Yeah,
$3.50 a bag.
18 servings. What's a serving? I mean, is a serving enough? Sometimes, the serving size is like a thimbleful, and you're like, who's the idiot that decided this was going to fill you up and qualify as a serving?
And it had a variety, so it would like satisfy, the two of us, or if one of the kids were here.
All right. Speaking of food, can I morph into something here?
Do we have a choice?
You know what grosses me out?
What?
All right, so Michelle, you want to buy the...
it might be a good idea.
All right, just in case 3-day meal kit. I thought that you were planning on like nuclear war or some kind of EMP explosion.
Honestly.
And societal meltdown.
Freeze-dried food does seem like collapse of society prepper stuff. I mean, a couple of cans of beans and a manual can opener will suffice for
Yeah.
a week's outage.
I don't eat beans.
Oh, trust me, if you were starving and there was a societal collapse, you would eat beans?
No. I
You'd
read
rather
about that
starve?
article. That guy on the boat, he ate the roaches, and I was like, nope, I would starve.
Come on, you can't compare roaches to...
That's what they're like to me.
Get out of here. There's nothing like a...
They're little and they're brown.
Well, it depends. You can get the white beans. You can get the red beans. You can get black beans. You have all kinds of beans.
Yeah,
gross, gross, and gross.
You don't see
Stop
delicious
it.
red roaches running around.
Beans are phenomenal as far as protein and calories, and will give you energy. It's just cheap. That's all you got. You just got to buy cases of like Goya beans.
I don't like the texture in my mouth.
Michelle, plus, fruit of the heart.
All right.
Beans.
Yeah.
The magical fruit.
The more you eat.
All right,
The more you toot.
All right, let me tell you what grosses me out. All right,
Yes,
it's
what?
7:10 at the MJ Morning Show, and I made a note of this some time ago. It's I just random thoughts or notes or things that I want to talk about on the morning show. I kind of keep a list on my phone in my note keeper, and I was just going through some of the notes that I have made myself. I never got around to this, but it fits perfectly here, and it's evergreen. You know what grosses me out? People that lick their fingers when they're eating. All right, so are you in the same boat with me?
Yes.
I don't get this. People that will eat, and you see them either on TV or you see them out and about, and let's say someone's eating fried chicken or they're eating barbecue ribs or whatever. So they're eating with their hands and the stuff is all over their hands. And when you see people take their fingers and put them in their mouth and lick it is the grossest freaking thing in the world. And in fact, guess what? I'm going to crap all over KFC. The whole finger licking good thing. I always found that grotesque. This goes back to when I was a kid, when KFC was really doing the finger licking good. So we're driving to the Manila airport. So I can't remember whether we were going to leave the Philippines or whether it was to go to the airport after we arrived to go to another island, because I was at the airport, several times in Manila. But on approach, going to the airport, there's a huge billboard. And in the Philippines, they don't have the billboards like we have, like the elongated boards. They use these big, tall billboards. So imagine taking a normal billboard and turning it the other way. Okay. So it's more vertical than horizontal. And they had a KFC. And everything in the Philippines is in English. I mean, they speak Tagalog, right?
Tagalog.
Tagalog?
Yes.
Well, so they speak, Michelle's got, has had Filipino friends for a long time. So everything's in English over there. All the advertising. And I see this billboard, and it's a KFC billboard in Manila, in the Philippines. And this is just, a couple of weeks back. And it's this massive billboard, and there's this attractive Filipino woman on there, and she's holding like Kentucky Fried Chicken, and her fingers are like in her mouth, and she's licking. It's a finger licking good. I've always found that just disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
That repulses me when I see somebody in a restaurant or a picnic, wherever. Food festival, and their fingers are in their mouth. And it's like, your hands are probably filthy. What have you touched? You're out in public, and you're slurping, sauce off your fingers. So, Michelle, we've never talked about this, have we? This is like...
I didn't think it was a need for discussion. I thought it was just common knowledge.
It's a whole breakdown for the finger-licking Filipino.
No. But
Is this the billboard? Hold on. I think I found images. I typed in Filipino KFC billboard, and images came up on Google. Let me pull them up. Oh, crap. I closed my window.
Yeah, because you're an internet idiot over here. Yeah. Is that? Yeah, I think that might be the one. Yeah, is that the one I saw?
I don't know. It's on X, and they're
Yes, that's it. That's the billboard I saw.
It's enormous.
Yeah,
That's the biggest billboard I've ever seen.
That is the exact freaking billboard. Fester just found the billboard I saw in Manila
and it says
for KFC.
KFC Filipino finger licking good.
No, it doesn't say Filipino. It just says KFC. It's finger licking good, and the woman is holding a drumstick in her left hand, and her freaking fingers are jammed in her mouth with her right hand. All right, folks. Are you a finger? You know, we got to go to the finger-licking phones right now.
The woman's name is Catherine Bernardo on the billboard because it's on her Instagram.
Let's
look at my new KFC billboard.
Let's go to the finger-licking frickin' phones right now. Are you a finger frickin' licker? I mean, do you know how gross this is? Or would you like to agree with me? Do you have family members that will sit at dinner and lick their I don't know if it's going to get back to him. You know who's a finger licker?
Who?
BJ.
He was the fingeriest finger licker
I'm telling you.
ever. Ever.
BJ was a total MJ and BJ morning show. BJ was a finger licker. It grossed me out.
I went to dinner with him 2 years ago, and he had really saucy chicken wings. We went to a TGI Fridays or something on the near the airport.
Locally.
No, in Denver.
Out in Denver. Okay.
And he ate the wing, put the bone down, and started with the thumb.
Oh,
and,
yes.
And it ended with the ring finger.
Oh, and they're slurping each freaking finger.
Yeah,
all right,
everyone.
All right, look at the phones. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. We got to talk about finger licking right now. Someone's going to tell BJ.
I'll tell BJ. He knows.
Someone's going to get a hold of BJ. Hey, listen to the beginning of the second hour. Listen right after 7 o'clock. Listen to the MJ Morning Show.
It's 5:15 in
Denver.
He's
Probably listening.
He's probably listening right now.
He tells me he listens. He tells me he listens because he sometimes gets some good content from us. All right, BJ, if you're listening, call us 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. BJ, if you're listening, or just text me and I'll call you. What's grossed me out? BJ's finger licking. All right, Richard in Sarasota. Look at the phones. Every phone line is ringing here. BJ couldn't get in if he tried. Richard in Sarasota, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, guys. How are you this morning?
Yeah.
All right. So in China, apparently, they have signs that say, eat it until your fingers fall off.
What?
Yeah. I've seen it on social media.
Eat it until your fingers fall off.
Yeah, you can eat it until your fingers fall off.
Ugh. All right, Richard, thank you. Mary's in Lutz. Mary, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Mary.
Hello?
Yeah, Mary, you sound distressed. Go ahead.
I am a little distressed because why would you eat with dirty fingers? Usually you wash your hands before you eat. So if you're eating the food, your hands should be clean.
Well, that would be good, safe practices, but you know damn well that people are eating without washing their hands, and then they're licking all their fingers.
Yes, but there are countries that don't even use silverware.
Yeah, guess what? There are countries that don't use toilet paper, too.
Yeah, so that's touche, MJ. That's a very good point.
Mary, thank you. Adam is in St. Pete. Adam, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ. How you doing?
Doing well. Go ahead.
So I definitely agree with you that it is a little bit gross to be eating with your finger or just getting everything all over yourself, putting your fingers in your mouth. I mean, my dad, when he eats ribs, he uses a fork and knife because it's messy.
Listen, I eat ribs with my hands, but I make sure my hands are clean, but I never lick my fingers going 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, thumb. Oh, ring finger, middle finger, pinky, index finger. It's grotesque. All right, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, let me grab line 5, Mike in Lakeland. Mike, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. I lick my fingers when I eat barbecue.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's gross, man.
No, if you don't, you'll kill too many trees making the napkins.
Okay. So you'd rather
it's a necessity. And it's good for the environment.
So jam your fingers in your saliva slimer instead of using a napkin.
Well, sometimes, but if it's good barbecue, it's good barbecue.
Well, listen, there's nothing to do. There's tons of good barbecue out there. But, I'm not licking my fingers. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Lauren in Tampa. Lauren, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show. We're just talking about the grossness of people that lick their fingers when they have food on it. Go ahead, Lauren. Oh, we lost Lauren. Lauren dropped off. Lauren, where'd you go?
Yeah, Lauren.
All right. How about Catherine? Catherine, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello, Catherine.
Hi, MJ. I think finger licking is repulsive and nobody should do it.
See, look, another agreement here. Repulsive. Good word. That is an excellent vocabulary word. Repulsive. All right, two more. Every line is lit up here. David in Clearwater. David, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Hello. The worst place to see that is at a buffet. You're watching people licking their fingers and then walking back up, grabbing the utensils and getting more food.
Oh, it's like a slimy finger-licking thong maneuver. Or not thong, tongue. Using the tongs. Wow. All right, thank you. Appreciate it, David. All right, let me grab Jay in Palm Harbor. Jay, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi, Jay.
How you doing this morning, guys?
I'm doing
my
great.
wife is a finger licker.
Ugh.
I can't stand it.
Ugh.
We'll be eating dinner, and she'll be licking her fingers. I'll
Ugh.
use a whole roll of napkins if I have to.
Mhm.
Sometimes she even suggests me, if I'm like, babe, can you grab me a napkin? She'll be like, just lick your fingers. And I cannot bring myself to do it.
Yeah, see, look at that. So, thank you. So a lot of people agree with me on the finger-licking deal. All right, 7:20 at the MJ Morning Show. I'm running just a few minutes late here. When we get back, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ, including we'll kick it off with mystery merch. I have a big surprise for Fester. Somebody sent a gift in for Fester. Fester has no idea what it is. However, I'm going to have Fester try it on live on MJTV.
I think you just gave it away.
I did not necessarily give it away. I didn't say
what is it going to be? A pair of underwear?
Well, could be.
I mean, my
what mystery merch did somebody send for Fester? That's next, and a whole lot more on the MJ Morning Show. Micro cheaters. We have so much is coming up, and it's minutes away. So don't move on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. All right. At the MJ Morning Show. Let's do it. Over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ starts right now. Fester, the Cash Kitty's on the way too. So the Cash Kitty is back at 8 o'clock. Yes. So 32 minutes from right now, we'll give you the new word and the text number. You text the word to the text number, and boom, you could win $1,000 like that. 8 o'clock, 30 minutes away. Stand by. The Cash Kitty is back momentarily. Fester.
Yes.
I must go to the back of the room right now. I must walk 3 steps.
I'm about to say, it's not a very big room that we're in.
Nope. Something has arrived in this clear. You know, if you're sending this to someone, it's not a surprise because this was shipped from Amazon, and it's to Fester MJ Morning Show here at our studio. And it looks like this is an Amazon delivery. Fester, what size shirt do you wear?
Depends on the cut.
All right. Well, give me the range.
Anywhere from a 4X to a 6X.
Well, they're right in the middle. They picked a 5X shirt. Fester, you've got a brand new hideous Hawaiian-style shirt.
Oh, throw that over.
That'll listen. You got to try this on.
Let's go. Bring it over.
All right, hang on. Let me open it up. So I'm going to hold this up to MJ TV right now. Somebody sent this shirt.
That's a good-looking shirt.
Well,
I like that a lot.
Look, there's a sailboat on there. There are palm trees. How do I open this damn thing up?
Do you have to cut the bag? I mean, it's sealed,
right?
No,
it's like a Ziploc kind of.
Amazon is shipping things in Ziploc bags?
No, I think the shirt comes from the manufacturer in this thing, is what
I'm
guessing.
And all they do is slap a sticker on it.
And it appears to be like vacuum sealed to like oh my God.
Oh, that's a good-looking shirt.
This is from Enow. Oh, that's the label on here, ENOW, and it's 5X. Let me hold this thing up to the...
Is there a card or anything
with
it?
There's nothing in here. We have no idea.
Oh.
We have no idea where this came from. There is no card whatsoever. I'm going to unfurl this shirt right now. And, unfurl is very appropriate because you know what you do? When you unfurl something, that word is used most often when discussing what?
Well, like flags?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfurl a flag. And this shirt is so big, this is like the giant flag that they fly at car dealers.
Yes.
Yes,
that's exactly right.
All right. Oh, my God.
The Easter sales event is underway.
Oh.
That's a good-looking shirt.
The shirt is completely blocking me out. You can't even see me.
If we had an MJ Morning Show stage, that would be the curtain.
Oh, my God.
I love the colors.
You know what?
That's a really good-looking shirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's blue. You know what? You could put this on a roof, this is like a blue tarp on a roof.
It would cover up two panels of the trop.
Most houses. Most houses. All right, Fest, you ready to try?
Yeah, give me that shirt.
Oh, wait a second.
What's the material?
It feels like it's polyester.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like polyester. Let me see if the information's on the label at the bottom.
I mean, it's not dry clean only, right? Because otherwise,
There's no guess what? There's no washing instructions.
Well, then I'm throwing it into every other load.
All right. Take the shirt. Let's try it on. All right, you got to unbutton it.
Ooh, this
and
is
then
a nice shirt.
Andrew tells me that the person who sent the shirt is actually on hold. They just called in.
Oh,
this
great.
is a nice material. This is like a quick dry material.
It is.
Hang on a minute. I don't even know who it is.
I found it on Amazon.
Yeah. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hi, guys. It's Stacy from Largo. Hi, Fester. I'm so glad you love your shirt, babe.
Thank you,
Oh, wait a minute.
Stacey.
Wait a minute. So, wait a minute.
Stacey from Largo.
It's Racy Stacy from Largo.
It's Tracy Stacy from Largo. Yes, I'm the one that sent Fester the shirt this morning.
All right, are you in the bathroom getting ready right now for work?
No, actually, I'm in my living room getting ready for work.
All right, can you come off a speakerphone?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, she can do that.
Yeah, come off a speaker. So, Racy Stacy from Largo, a regular caller. There's no gift card. I'm glad you called in.
I'm so glad I called in, too. I know.
Well, wait a sec. Actually, anybody can call in and say they sent the shirt.
No. I believe Stacy.
But you know what? Fester actually has text messages where I asked him what size shirt that he wants.
That was a while ago. I didn't put the two together. Oh my goodness! Look at this.
Because I'm full of surprises. You think I'm gonna send it and know that it's from me, or no? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna make it be a surprise.
Well,
I'm full
thank
of
you.
shock. Come on
Thank
now.
you, Stacy. This is a beautiful shirt.
I am so glad you like it. I really wanted one that wasn't going to have you constricted, and I really saw the blue and the colors. I was like, this is perfect for you.
All right, hold on. Fester is taking off. He's taking off his the button down he was wearing. You wear an undershirt?
Yeah.
Who the hell wears an undershirt?
Fat guys.
Why do you wear? I don't wear.
He wears an undershirt. I can see it all the time on MJTV.
I don't wear an undershirt. I hate undershirts.
Oh, I love undershirts. I have 100 white undershirts.
Do you have any wife beaters?
No. I have all sleeved. Either like the Dickies brand undershirts. Because it absorbs sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fat people.
I wear undershirts under sweaters.
And the best part, MJ.
Yeah. All right, Fester, listen, I got to move on here. Put the shirt. Does it fit? Does it fit? Does this tarp fit you?
Oh my gosh, Fester! It's perfect.
Stacy, this is my new favorite shirt.
Oh,
it
so
does.
welcome, Chester. I'm so happy.
Oh my
buddy.
gosh!
Look at this.
Look
at this nice buttons.
Folks, if you're watching MJTV, you can see this right now. If you're not watching MJTV, you can go back and watch MJTV. It's on demand. Listen, just Fester's modeling now.
I'm so glad, Fester. I wanted you to have something that looked really nice because I love all of your Hawaiian shirts.
Thank you.
And
you very
I
much.
wanted one that was going to stand out for you that you would love just as much as our favorite one that you always wear on MJ when I always text you and say, our favorite shirt.
All right, hey, Michelle, you said you found this one on Amazon?
Yeah, I found that brand on Amazon.
What about this? How much is the shirt? Did you find this exact shirt?
Stacy could probably tell
It's not that exact pattern.
Stacey,
it's
how
like
much?
$17.
How much was the shirt, Stacey?
It was about 17 to 18 with tax.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! You know I would never spend $17
Oh, look at
on a
Fester.
shirt.
Is it a perfect fit?
It's a perfect fit.
It literally is.
It's a perfect fit. It's not too big.
Are your moobs in good shape?
Moves are okay.
The moves are good. That was my goal. The move.
My back fat looks good.
Look at that.
My front fat looks good.
You got a little bit of play in there.
I could put on 5 pounds and still wear this shirt.
Oh, look at Fester. It's like he's on the catwalk.
I'm too sexy for my love. Too sexy for
I'm
my love.
so
Love's
happy,
going
Fester.
to
I'm
leave.
so glad that you love it, buddy.
Whoa. Fester. Got the back fat on the catwalk.
Work it.
Work it, baby. Work it. Come on.
Stacy, I'm getting dozens of text messages to my phone about how nice this shirt is and how much people like
I am
it.
so happy for you.
this is
I
my
am
new-
so ecstatic. This has made my entire year.
Oh, look at this.
Not only did I get to surprise you guys with personalized M&Ms, I wanted a shirt that was not going to make you feel constricted. I wanted a shirt that was just as our style in Hawaiian, and I am so glad I nailed it.
You know, it's very easy for Fester to feel like sausage in a casing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad I nailed it.
All right,
Stacy, thank you.
Racy Stacy
welcome,
from
guys.
Largo, great to hear from you, and Fester thanks you immensely.
Is that the?
You guys are so welcome. Have a great rest of your day, and I'm watching on Fame TV.
Thank you, Stacy.
Oh, it's a nice
hold on,
material.
you guys were talking at the same time. What did you say?
I don't know. Well, Michelle, they have the website, the Amazon has this shirt in like 100 different variations.
Mm-hmm.
And Stacy picked a great one, but now I'm going to have to check out the rest.
Yeah.
Hey, do you remember I got an email some time ago and the subject line was disgruntled listener? And they asked me to do a shout out for their son.
And we missed it.
I
was in the car.
I missed the window. Hold on a minute. So this email came to me on March 28th. So this was, last week or so?
Yes.
Friday. Actually, week before last. So
Yes.
Friday, March 28th, I get this email from Michael Green, and the subject line was disgruntled listener. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do now? And then he says, just kidding. Love the show. Used to listen during the 90s on the Power Pig. Just wanted to see if you would open this email and read it. My son and I listen every morning between 7:25 and 7:55 on the way to middle school. If you could give him a shout out on the show, that would be awesome. His name is Carson Green. So, by the way, guys, hopefully you're listening. If you're listening, call. Let's go. Carson Green, Dad, Michael Green. If you guys are listening, call us right now, 800-990-1047. I want to make sure that you heard this because I did read this like a week ago, but I did it way outside of the window when you listen of 7:25 to 7:55. Then he says, I'm still pissed at Fester, though, as you guys picked up my call on the air as 104. Oh, instead of 105. Oh, he tried to call him for a contest.
Yeah, well, you have to get over that, pal.
Yeah. So he's been disgruntled since May 18th of 2024. We must have been doing like a laptop giveaway or maybe a cash giveaway or something. So anyway, Mike and son Carson, if you guys are in the car, call us right now. 800-990-1047. I just want to make sure that you got this. Carson's on the phone. Look at this.
There you go.
Carson is in. Is this Carson?
Yeah.
Carson, are you with your dad right now?
Yeah.
All right. Ask your dad, what are the first two letters of his email? I just want to make sure it's him.
What are the first two letters of your email?
Mr. Green, MR.
MR.
That is, it's them. It is them. Anyway, Carson. Well, I'm glad you listen with Dad every day on the way to middle school. So thank you very much.
Yep, I love your show.
Carson, what grade are you in?
7th.
Excellent. I remember Mr. Petrin in 7th grade. Great teacher.
Yes.
Carson, where do you go to school?
Rochelle School of the Arts.
Where is that?
Where is it?
Where do you live? I mean, what city?
Lakeland?
Oh.
Carson, where do you guys live?
Talking.
Lakeland.
Oh, in Lakeland. All right.
Talking to the phone, Carson.
Well, Carson, thank you so much for listening. And did you know your dad sent the email or no?
Yeah.
Awesome. Carson, you have a great day at school, and thank you for listening every morning, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one, buddy. And hey, Dad, thanks for sending the email, Dad.
He said thanks.
All right. Bye, guys. Look at that.
All right.
Another happy customer here on the MJ Morning Show.
Is that what we're here doing? Making happy customers?
Why you being all curmudgeon-y over there?
I just want to acknowledge.
Yeah.
That the idea of a morning show giving shout-outs is really a downward spiral.
What?
We don't do shout outs every morning. I got an email. I got an email.
I know, but I don't want this to lead to like.
Why are you pissing on their parade?
Not their parade. I'm not pissing on Carson's parade.
That's the only reason I'm here.
Listen,
so I can do shout outs.
Listen, fine. Michelle can give shout outs, but MJ, you ever hear a morning show? Hey, would like to say hi to Jim in Valerico this morning. He's turning 42. Hey, and also Sally in Sarasota. Hey, good luck on your job interview. Hey, people want shout. Somebody says, "Oh, you work in a radio." I had somebody last week. Somebody's like, "Oh, you work in a radio show?" And the first thing they said was, "Can you give me a shout out?"
So people like it.
And I'm like,
the listeners like it.
And I'm like,
I mentioned one email. You're having a freaking meltdown over here.
Acknowledging
All
that.
right.
Listen, you do crack one time. I'm just acknowledging. I don't want you to become a crackhead.
All right.
Yes, I don't want you to do it.
Gator Chomp. This is the segue. Congratulations to the Florida Gators. Gators, March Madness champions. Yeah, so the Gators won the national championship last night in San Antonio, Texas. Oh, by the way.
And Michelle won 10G.
What?
I won a cool 10G.
Say what?
Michelle put money
on
the game.
Whoa, what?
I won a cool 10G. Thank you, Gators.
You won $10,000?
Well, yes. But no. Mike Lennon, I'm just joking. Mike Lennon. Jokes. But you know.
Hold on. Where did you bet $10,000?
Well,
like
just joking.
Okay.
Hold on. Did you wager last night? Because a lot of people did.
Yes and no.
Okay. Did you wager enough to win $10,000?
Oh, man.
Maybe. Not Mike Lennon.
Jeez.
I
mean, I don't want to get anybody in trouble like me, but
I don't know what kind of coded shout out you're trying to do now. I take back Michelle can do shout outs because I have no idea what you're saying.
I won.
What?
Along with the Gators.
So, did you really win $10,000?
We'll check our bank account. The little hidden drawer that we have beside the bed.
All right. So the Gators, folks, I gotta get to the bottom of this. What do you have, like FanDuel or what do you have on the phone?
Yeah,
You're betting online?
Screen name MJ Lover on
Or
FanDuel
what is it? Guess legal in Florida. Right. You know the Hard Rock.
A Seminole Hard Rock.
The sports book, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
All right, so the Gators won the national championship last night, 65-63. They were down 12 points in the second half, and they came back 19 seconds on the clock, and Houston had a chance at a three-pointer. A three-pointer would have made it, 66-65, and Houston would have eked it out by 1 point, and Houston just couldn't even get a shot off. Final call on CBS.
National championship is in the balance. 13 seconds left. Florida leads it by 2.
Uzan gonna go.
Uzan, give it up. Cryer, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Sharp.
He walked. He can't touch it.
He can't. 1 second. And it's over. Florida is back on top of the college basketball world. Championship madness. It's a great day to be a Gator. They win the national title.
And then CBS went crazy with the chomping noises.
Florida 65, Houston 63. And it's heartbreak once again.
Hey, can I please address the bastards that flew all their private jets in from San Antonio to Tampa International at 3 a.m. this morning?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, all
and,
those bastards.
And you're all you rich bitches that that flew private jets to San Antonio to watch the Gators win last night and then flew back to Tampa International in your Gulfstream 450s, in your this and that. 4 planes around 3 a.m. this morning landed on one right over Beach Park because clearly the pilots said, yes, Tower, Tampa Tower, we'd like to request a one right landing, which puts the jets right over our houses in Beach Park along West Shore. Over all the houses. Instead of flying with an approach to one left, which is over Tampa Bay. When you see the planes come right over the Howard Franklin near the eastern end, that's where the jets should have been at 3 o'clock in the morning. Instead, 4 freaking jets, like 2:45 to 3:05, private jets woke us up. Thank you so much, you inconsiderate bastards.
Yeah, you're welcome. Pilot, buzz MJ's house.
No, because they're all drunk in the plane. They're like, woo!
Well, the pilots,
care.
the pilots aren't drunk.
No, but the people are flying. The passengers are, and they're like, just get us there quickly.
Well, that's the deal.
Right.
Is they want to get over to Sheltair, over to the 2 private terminals, the FOBs. If they do a one right landing, they can get there faster. But they're waking people up by flying over the houses.
Let's wake up
That's
MJ.
That's just rude. Rude.
Damn.
Rude. Anyway, so congratulations, Florida Gators, 65-63, national champs. I mean, what about the coach? Is it a spoiler or is
What happened to the coach?
Well, no, it's just Todd Golden, the coach of the Gators, was investigated for
What? What do you do?
So CBS Sports did a whole piece yesterday. The Todd Golden investigation. What to know about Florida coach's case as the Gators win the national title game. So CBS Sports blasted this on their website last night, right next to Gators win. And it went into, the accusations. The head coach of the national champion Florida Gators, 39-year-old Todd Golden, was earlier this season the subject of a Title IX investigation into his behavior after accusers of sexual harassment, sexual exploitation, and stalking came forward. Florida's Title IX office adjudicated the case in January after a months-long investigation into the allegations, saying it found, quote, no evidence he violated Title IX. However, while the probe did not turn up a chargeable offense, it also did not completely exonerate the 39-year-old coach. Its findings instead eliminated a narrow scope of the allegations related to Title IX, behavior perpetrated within the university program or activity, blah, blah. So here's what we know about the case and the accusations levied against Florida's coach as he becomes the youngest coach since the legendary Jimmy Valvano to win the national championship. A formal complaint with Title IX office of the University of Florida against Golden, potentially putting Golden in violation of the school's gender equity policy, was filed on September 27th of 2024. In the complaint made public on November 8th after the school student newspaper reported on the findings. Yeah, don't shoot me the messenger. The Gators' own newspaper reported on this.
What's the allegation?
Golden is alleged to have committed sexual harassment, sexual exploitation, and stalking. Golden remained as coach as the Title IX office, independent athletic department conducted the investigation. Multiple women lodged accusations against Golden of sexual harassment and stalking per documents obtained by the Independent Florida Gator, the school student newspaper. The complaint against Golden alleges that over the course of a year, he made unwanted sexual advances on Instagram, requested sexual favors, and sent photos and videos of his genitalia while traveling with Florida, as well as multiple occasions of stalking. The number of women who accused Golden of this behavior remains unknown.
So the guy send pics.
Yeah, from the Alligator, from the student newspaper, there was allegedly more than one occasion which Golden was taking photos of women walking or driving or sending those pictures to the subjects involved. Various stalking incidents also included Golden showing up to locations where he knew the women would be. Is he married?
I don't know anything about the guy up until 3 days ago.
Yeah, really.
On allegedly more than one occasion, Golden was engaging women on Instagram by liking photos and waiting until they read the DM before unliking the photos to avoid suspicion. Oh, that's interesting.
You got it down.
2 women spoke with the Alligator about his behavior while choosing to remain anonymous. The first woman, a former Florida student, claims Golden stalked her in person, both in his car and on foot, more than 10 times. She also accused him of sending unsolicited photos of his genitalia. Hey, thought you'd like a picture of my wang?
From downtown.
From downtown.
He is married.
So
anyway,
send you a picture of the hardwoods. Right? That's what they call the basketball court, the hardwoods, I think.
My unit can go from coast to coast.
Oh. All right. So the coach sends pics of his junk. All right.
There's also a.
Can I just say that is the one rule that we gave our kids when we let them get Instagram?
Yeah.
We had dinner with some friends, and they have 3 boys, and I was like, "You let your kids get Instagram?" And they were like, "Yeah, but this is the rule: no D pics."
No D.
And so we went home, and I was like, "You know what, kids? You could have Instagram." Just to Julie, and I was like, "No D pics. Do whatever else you want. No D pics."
That's solid advice.
And this dude is how old? He should just be like, "No D pics." It's a rule.
Anyway, congratulations, Gators. And
I mean, follow it. Meeting somebody a couple of times or trying to pursue them is one thing. Sending junk pics. I mean, it takes it to a different level.
7:52 at the MJ Morning
The
Show.
Florida Gators play some strong D.
Yeah.
They're really strong D. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah.
You saw the last 19 seconds. You see how strong their D was? Solid.
Yeah.
Rock solid.
All right. What line? Line 2? Line 2 wants to know if he got his D picks? No, I'm kidding. Hold on. No, I'm kidding. Hold on. Line 2. Jay, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. What can we do for you this morning?
Man, I'm calling because I am MJ's 25,000 Instagram follower.
God,
hold on. That happened. That happened last week. How do you know you were 25? How do you know you were 25,000 exactly?
Because I was listening live whenever he said to follow. He needed 6 more followers. I believe I was the 6th, and now I believe he owes me a pair of Tampa Bay Lightning tickets. I reached out to him on Instagram.
Oh, hold on. You're talking to MJ right now.
It's me right now. It's me and Fester and Michelle. We're live.
Well,
So hold on. You're trying to extort me? Hold on. Are you going to say if I don't give you Lightning tickets, you're going to unfollow me?
I did say that, but I will not unfollow.
Hold on, MJ.
I was speaking hastily.
When this was last week, this was like last Thursday
Right.
or something.
All right.
Did you say in your ramble at the end of the show for your push to 25,000, I'll give you Lightning tickets?
No, there was nothing. I never offered any prizes.
All right.
I just said, hey, listen, I'm almost at 25,000 followers. Give me a follow. I'm almost there. So, Jay, but you don't know if you were actually 25,000 exactly.
I believe I may be. We might have to do a little digging, but I believe.
I don't know if there's any way to prove that.
You could dig away, Jay. I mean, gosh.
All right, so Jay, you want Lightning tickets because you think you might have been 25,000.
Oh yeah.
Let's negotiate a little bit, Jay. How about a bumper sticker?
Oh, a bumper sticker.
All right, I can probably get the dude Lightning tickets. I think we've got some floating around.
Do you want to check that out before you start shooting your mouth off?
All right, Jay, I'll tell you what. Jay, I'm going to put you on hold. We'll get your phone number, and if maybe you were, maybe you weren't.
Hold on. You will either get Lightning tickets, Jay, or a bumper sticker. One of the two. The two potential prizes.
Well, wait a sec. I've got a $25 gift card to the Colony Grill.
Okay, so that's 3 potential prizes.
All right, Jay, hold on. Andrew will get your number. I'll try to get you Lightning tickets. I think the sales weasel department, they have some floating around.
That's why MJ Morning Show is the best morning show in Tampa Bay.
Damn right.
I want you to say
You can
that.
say that again.
Yeah, say that again when you get a bumper
Hold on,
sticker.
Jay. I said you could say that again.
That's why the MJ Morning Show is the best damn morning show in Tampa Bay.
There you go. All right. Hang on a minute. We'll get your information. Fessa, why are you exasperated over
I
there?
just want him to have the same enthusiasm when he gets the sticker.
All right. All right, so Jay, you're not going to get all like picky on me. Oh, I can't do that date. I can't do this date. If I get you tickets, you're going to go, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, where do you live?
Sefner.
All right, so it's not geographically, it's decent. All right, hold on a minute, Jay. I'm going to put you on hold. All right, Andrew, get his information. I'll try to get the Lightning tickets from the sales. They have a bunch of them, I think, because they're always putting out emails. We have extra Lightning tickets tonight. So
Really?
I don't know that they have
yeah.
a ton extra.
All right,
Yeah.
Andrew, go talk to whoever the gatekeeper is on the Lightning. Get Jay some Lightning tickets. All right, I'll follow up on that.
Or a bumper sticker.
All right, so what's micro cheating? it's a new way to cheat. I teased this yesterday if you were listening during the course. Oh, by the way, the Cash Kitty happens in less than 5 minutes. So once again, the Cash Kitty is back. At 8 o'clock, I'll give you the new word. I'll remind you of the text line number. You text the word, and boom, you just wait to see if you're picked by the computer to win $1,000. It takes you 2 seconds to do this. And if you do this thing every single day, if 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m., if you do this every day, listen, your chances clearly exponentially increase if you listen every day and you send the word via text. You're just upping your chances to win $1,000. So what is micro cheating? You know what this is?
Yeah, scam.
No, Michelle, do you know what? What?
Scam.
Why are you saying micro cheating is a scam?
You tell us what it is, and I'll tell you why it's a scam.
It's not a scam.
This is all made up by a bunch of pain in the ass people to put nice guys together.
All right, micro cheating. This is a new way to cheat.
Oh, is it now?
And it's called micro cheating. And you know what this encompasses?
Yeah.
If you like a coworker's photo on social media, if you send them a direct message, if you check in on Slack, bring up Slack. You know what Slack? Bring up Slack. If you check in on Slack more often than before. So if you progressively interact with coworkers or somebody outside of your actual relationship, might not be a big deal to you, but to your significant other, if they found out about this, this is perceived as a form of cheating. You know what we ought to do? We ought to take some phone calls on this. We ought to go to phone calls and see if you ever ran afoul or ever had an issue in your relationship with this so-called micro-cheating description here.
I have a cheating every time I go to a restaurant with my wife, and I call the waitress darling. She's like, why are you being so friendly to her?
Because she's serving you food.
Why are you being, do you know Becca? And I'm like, no, but she's like, hi, I'm Becca. Welcome to Texas Roadhouse. And I'm like,
well, hey
Becca,
sweetheart.
How are you, darling?
How you, darling, sweetheart?
Why that bleep? You
honey bunny. All
yeah.
right, let's go to phones on this. Have you ever, and I don't know what kind of call, we'll see. Have you ever had an issue where you liked a photo or your significant other saw some DMs? Has anything on social media which you considered somewhat innocuous, or maybe you were hoping for a little side ride connection? I don't know. I think this goes both ways. This could be women or it could be men. 800-990-1047. That's the number to get in. I would love to hear your take on this. Do you think that liking a coworker's photo on social media or communicating via direct message, Slack, bring up Slack.
Slack, it's a platform.
Yeah, and it's like it's a communication platform.
Right.
Give me the full description of Slack.
Well, a lot of workplaces use it because you can do projects on it. You can organize people and task them out and also communicate.
Productivity.
Is it kind of like a Microsoft Groups or something? It's another productivity app.
Yeah, but I can see where you can kind of have some communications on. All right, does anyone have anything to say about so-called micro cheating? Do you agree or disagree? So micro cheating is a term that could be anything short of a physical or emotional relationship, but it involves a behavior that you can't talk about openly with a partner. Maybe DMing somebody, liking their photos to see if maybe that gets a rise out of them and they try to communicate with you. All right, 800-990-1047. Would love to hear your thoughts on micro cheating. Have you been caught? Have you been accused of micro cheating? Men, women, whatever. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Have you torqued your significant other because maybe you're communicating on one of these work platforms like Slack or whatever? All right, let me give out the Cash Kitty info, and then we'll grab some phone calls on this here on the MJ Morning Show. It is 8 o'clock. The word is duel. That's D-U-E-L. So this hour's word is duel. Go ahead and text the word duel, D-U-E-L, nationwide to 45911 before 8:25. So now you have an extra 10 minutes. It used to be quarter after. Now you've got until 25 minutes after. So text the word duel. That's the 8 o'clock word. Duel, D-U-E-L. Text it to 45911 for a shot at $1,000 cash, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myq105.com. So good luck. And then we'll have a new word at 10, new word at noon, new word at 3, new word at 5. So you got to listen all day and increase your chances of winning $1,000. All right, let me grab Gavin in Tampa. Gavin, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hello, Gavin.
Hey, how are you?
What's up?
What's up?
All right, so tell us about, well, you tell me what's up.
You called us.
Yeah, what about micro cheating?
Nah. Well, I've actually used that term for a bit because I think it's a real thing, But micro cheating is all about in my opinion, Snapchat, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
If you catch your significant other Snapchatting other people,
oh, see, that's a good Gavin. See, this is a good portion of your phone call is that suggestion. You're right. So if your significant other is Snapchatting where the message then disappears, yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Have you caught Gavin, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Have you caught a girl Snapchatting on you?
Yeah.
Oh man, what was her first name?
Oh, bro, what if her parents are watching?
What?
What if her parents are watching?
What if her parents are watching? Yes.
Watching MJ TV, listening to the MJ Morning Show.
Let's hope they are, but just go ahead and tell us the name anyway.
Gavin, it's just the first name. We're not asking for her last name and address.
Yeah.
All right, her name was Ella.
Ella.
Oh yeah, Ella.
Gavin and Ella sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Come on.
Ella goes to Steinbrenner, right?
How do you know what?
Rusty, how do you know that? Fester.
I know Ella from Steinbrenner.
Fester, how did you?
I know Ella from
Fester,
Steinbrenner.
how would you know that?
Oh, I know.
Hold on, Gavin, is that accurate?
No. Why do you have my address? Why do you have my location?
How do I know that?
Oh my God,
I know. Gavin, listen, everybody knows.
Gavin is regretting calling the MJ Morning Show
Ella
right now.
from Steinbrenner.
Oh my God! No, people are gonna catch me. I'm not even lying to you.
You better hang up right now. You better hang up right now, Gavin. Change your name.
Fester, what are you doing to this kid? Gavin, you're gonna
no.
Gavin, okay, I'll hit the dump button. I'll dump the last 3 minutes.
Too late.
All right, no, Gavin, you're gonna be fine, buddy. Everything's gonna be okay.
No, I don't even care. I'm going.
Yeah, nothing's gonna be okay, Gavin.
All right, thanks, Gavin. Have a great day. Fester, did you just guess?
No.
So how would you know?
Gavin called in 6 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm
sure he's a great young man.
Gotcha.
He's a very
All
active
right.
listener. We said,
All
what
right.
school do you go to? He goes, I go to Steinbrenner.
Ah, gotcha.
So,
All
that's
right.
Gavin.
Look at that. Fester has a body like an elephant and a memory like an elephant. Look at that.
That's not all I have like an elephant.
All right, great.
You just see my trunk.
Great. All right. Grace, jeez. Grace. Grace in Newport Richie. Hello, Grace. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi.
Hello, Grace.
So I was away a lot because my mother was out.
Hey, let me ask you, Grace, can you pick up the regular phone? You're on a speaker deal. It doesn't sound very good.
Hold on.
Yeah, take the hands free off. I'm sorry.
Just a message to anybody that calls us here. Pick up your real phone.
Yeah,
It sounds better
when
on
you
the radio.
call us while driving, please be unsafe and use the regular phone and not hands free. Because hands free just doesn't always sound great on the radio. All right, go ahead, Grace.
Okay, so I was away helping my mother because she was sick.
Yep.
And I came home, and the guy that we were living together, and Ken had left the laptop open. And this girl that we were both friends with, apparently him and her were cheating while I was away.
Oh, boy.
So what I did, I took the high road, and I started encouraging him to talk to her more. And then I bought him a ticket to Texas to go meet her, a one-way ticket. I bought him a cell phone with just enough time on it to get him there so they could keep in contact. And I moved.
Oh.
The day he left, I moved.
Great.
So he couldn't come back.
Devious plan.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, Grace under
And I
pressure.
only bought him a one-way ticket, so if he came back,
Grace
he'd have to have his
Yeah.
own time to do
Oh,
it.
Grace under fire?
Grace under
Yeah,
fire.
Grace under,
Grace under
whatever.
fire.
Grace under whatever.
Yeah, Gavin's under pressure today. He's
Grace.
He's the one
I
that
figured
outed
that
him.
was the classy way out. Hook him up with her and
There you go.
move so he can't change his mind to come back.
All right, Grace, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, micro cheating. Now you know that it's a thing. Let me ask you a question. For all the women listening right now to the MJ Morning Show, we highly appreciate it. Michelle?
Yeah.
Maybe you can help answer this question. At what age do you think women get serious about their health? There's a survey out, and this is the age that they determined that most women get serious about their health.
Can I have two guesses?
No, one guess.
34.
No.
28.
No.
15.
No.
55.
No, now you're over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think 50 is the magic number on it.
The
50?
Nope,
Yeah.
you're too late in the game.
Yeah?
50's too late. The age that has been pinpointed where women get serious about their health is 40.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
I think that's way late.
The age 40. The average woman says 40.
No, it's different. It's not like people aren't aware of their health, Michelle, but like at 40, that's when you're not I mean, by all definitions, you're not a kid anymore at 40.
2,000 women were surveyed, and the respondents pinpointed 40 as the age where women start to take their health seriously.
I would have to disagree with that.
Well,
I started working out when I was like 26, 20, when I was in law school. That's when I took it seriously. And a lot of my friends did. And that was like the age of most of the people that, like, we started working out together. All the moms I know, we've been working out together for a long time.
Yeah, but it was more of a social thing and maybe in your 20s.
No.
When in your 40s, you're like, okay, I'm closer to death than birth. And you're like, I better start taking this a little more
Now
seriously.
I care less, though. Now I'm just like, I have less years to go, so what the heck?
I'm racing to death.
Me too.
We have another update.
Beat you there.
The whole guys, the whole angry fishing charter captain deal.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I had this in the pile yesterday. I just didn't get around to it. So I want to mention this before it gets too old, that there's a customer that I guess paid for an upcoming charter with Captain Maniac. That's a great name for him. Captain Maniac.
Maybe he could rebrand himself as that after the fact,
Captain
right?
Maniac.
If he gets to keep his license, now he's Captain Maniac, and he's going to like jump from boat to boat and antagonize other boaters.
I would pay extra for that.
I know, it's kind of like a wild ride.
Captain Maniac!
It's like fishing in a show.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to catch some fish. I'm going to watch this guy flip out.
All right, so here's the deal. A mother booked a fishing charter with Captain Maniac, with Captain Brock Horner, and now she wants a refund. Yeah, so we all know about the viral video, and he's on the water 300 days a year. Hey, Andrew.
I'm the best.
Andrew, put cut 4 back up there. All I need is cut 4 of fishing charter maniac Captain Brock Horner. So yesterday we read his lawyer's response, and then Michelle also has something she wants to say a little further about the video posting. But it turns out that NBC down in Fort Myers reports that the woman, Shalon Smith, booked a fishing charter for her son's 16th birthday, which is coming up on April 14th. That's this weekend, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that
Monday?
Sunday? When's the 14th?
Sunday.
The 14th is the 14th is going to be Monday. No, you're right. So hold on a minute. Is that kid playing hooky on the 14th? Let me go to my calendar. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, listen, it's his 16th birthday. You probably got a deal on a Monday charter. You missed school for a day.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
April 14th is a Monday.
Monday,
Yeah. Because yesterday was the 7th. 7 and 7 is 14. All right. So, wow. So, the family's from California. And she said that she heard about the video through the mother of one of the son's friends. So WBBH, NBC Fort Myers reported that Smith had already paid $1,800 down and then would have made another $1,800 payment the day of the trip. Wait a minute. $3,600 fishing charter out of Punta Gorda? Is that really?
Seems
Hold on.
really high.
That seems very high. Fishing charter for the day, $3,600?
I don't know. I mean, I've heard a couple of guys go on fishing charters where it was a couple of $100 each. You know,
I don't know. That seems like a lot of money.
I've never been.
But then again, it's Captain Maniac.
He is the best.
My prices are insane.
A couple of things are insane.
Yeah. So this mother, she wants her $1,800. This guy's clearly not going to be operating the fishing charter on the 14th. He's not going to be on the water.
Well, he still has his license.
I think it's been. Well, he's been ordered to keep away from the kid.
Yeah.
So that's all so far.
Yeah.
All right, hang on a minute.
Please, bro. Please, bro. Bro, I'm a kid, bro. Please.
Apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
You're gonna cuss me the
All right, bro.
in the middle of the
No, bro. Please, bro. Please,
Get back to my
bro.
boat.
Okay. Please.
You apologize.
I'm sorry, bro. That was not me, bro.
Yes, it was,
I know I
motherfucker.
was here, but my buddy was
Take
on the
me
boat.
back to my
Yes,
fucking
sir.
boat.
I'm a kid, bro. Please,
I
bro.
don't care. You don't cuss me
Yes,
the out.
All
and
right.
talk to me.
Yes, sir.
You don't do it.
All right, Andrew.
Hold on. Where was the 300 days? Was that?
That's earlier clip. That's
is that-
that's the anchor.
All right.
Hey,
So
about that clip.
I think I need cut 3.
Hey,
Yeah.
Andrew, I appreciate everything you do. We just need to listen to that last clip one more time. I think there's just one more edit we need to make.
One more
And
bleep.
today's day 3, and I just want to point it out. I mean, I thought we didn't talk about it yesterday, but that needs one more edit.
All right, put cut 3 on there. I just want to hear the 300 days. That's my favorite. I'm on the water 300 days a year because I'm Captain Maniac. All right, cut 3. Hold on. Is this the one? All right, I think this is the
Bro, my
one.
lights were on. I wasn't sitting there.
Hold on.
Okay, that's not my dude, bro. Bro, I said, bro, you almost hit him. The other dude was cussing you out.
Because he didn't have his lights on.
Bro, you shouldn't come flying through the middle of the bridge. You know people fish here, bro. I'm sorry, man. I don't know if that's what you want to hear,
You know,
bro.
I wonder how many days this guy's on the water.
But, bro.
More than you can possibly fathom in your water.
Me.
How many
Me
days?
too, bro. I'm out here all the time.
How many
bro.
days is he on the water?
300 days a year on the water.
All right,
Every
bro.
day, I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet in your.
I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet because I'm Captain Maniac. So I wonder if the lady's going to get her $1,800 deposit back. All right, then Michelle, we had a discussion. Regarding. You think that Gage inflamed and instigated a bit by putting the video on social media?
Because now he's released a statement or published a statement saying
this is the 22-year-old,
right,
the victim of Captain Maniac,
right? That
Captain.
I don't know where he published a statement.
Captain Brockiak. All right, go ahead.
Something to the effect of he wants the public to stop harassing Captain Maniac Brock.
Oh, hold on a minute. So Gage, the victim, the 22-year-old,
right,
is now asking people to stop harassing Captain Brock?
Because Captain Brock and his family have received, threats
death
and
threats
harassment
So,
and everything else.
Here's the thing about the internet. Once you put it out
Right.
there, you have no control
It's
over
like
what
everyone's
happens.
getting
No
death
control.
threats.
This could have just lived in a small corner of the internet that, a couple of memes were made about it and nobody picked up on it, or it became the biggest news
Right.
for a couple of days.
Oh, this was huge.
Yeah.
This
so,
is massive.
I mean, Gage, I appreciate you trying to look out for Captain Brock because he has been legitimately vilified.
But you,
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but
I mean, it's not like-
Gage lit this thing on fire by releasing the video on social media.
Right. So he doesn't, now he's trying to say, be nice. Oh, here it is. The attorney issued a.
Gage has an attorney too?
Yeah, Gage has an attorney.
Everyone's got an attorney.
Yeah.
A guy that sold a fishing lure to Captain Maniac 3 months ago is a lawyer now.
On behalf of the victim, Gage Towels, from the boating tirade that occurred on April 1st, blah, 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 at the hands of Brock Horner, we respectfully request that all threats to Brock Horner's family and associates cease.
Agreed. Yeah. Don't threaten the guy's life. I mean, you can not like the guy. You can write a stupid comment about the guy, but don't threaten his family. Absolutely not.
All right, moving along. Guess what I've got?
That's a loaded question.
Guess what? Listen to this. See if you like this. See if you can tell what this is.
I don't know the who.
Is it going to be somebody great?
It's the singing cantor from St. Petersburg who's back again with a new a cappella.
Oh my God.
It's like, you know what? It's Jew-appella is what it is. It's Jewish a cappella, Jew-appella. So it's Jonathan Schultz, and he's the cantor at a synagogue in St. Petersburg, and he's the singing a cappella. Remember, over the years, he sent us, it's been a while. I think it's been like over a year since he sent us. And of course, for those that don't know, at a synagogue, you've got the rabbi, and then the dude that sings is called the cantor.
Okay.
Right. So Jonathan Schultz is a Jewish cantor, and he... It's like he's the Bobby McFerrin of Judaism.
And I might find her if I'm looking like I can.
It's Duran Duran's Rio. And remember, the last one he sent us, like over Fester wants to rip my throat out.
It's your show. I'm redacting myself from this segment. I want nothing to do with this. Anytime. Yep.
Found it, found. Found it, found.
Remember this one?
Found it, found.
On your knees, boy.
Found it, found.
This was Mysterious Ways.
Found it, found.
I love his acapellas.
Johnny, take a dive with your sister in the rain. Let her talk about the things you can't explain. To touch is to heal, to hurt is to steal. If you wanna kiss the sky, better learn how to kneel.
On your knees, boy.
She's the way.
Mysterious Ways. So thank you, Cantor Jonathan Schultz, for the latest. You know, I want to make requests.
Do you?
Yeah.
You've never listened to acapella before.
I like remember the rockapella guys?
No.
Remember the boom?
Nope.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah, okay.
Remember those?
No.
You don't remember Carmen Sandiego?
No, I remember the show, but not you being so enthused about it at all.
I always like that. I like good acapella.
Hey, listen, I know you feel a way about this guy and his degree of talent, so I will not have any comments regarding this.
You're accusing yourself? Is that what you said?
Accusing or recusing?
Oh, let me ask you a question. Listen, I'm
accusing, Fester.
All right, I'm moving along. Hey, Fester, you know what I forgot to follow up? It's been a long time.
What's that?
Are you still seeing the Maniac California Closets van driver on 275?
I haven't seen that guy in months.
Really?
It's been I was thinking about him just the other day.
Huh.
And I was because with the new bridge.
Well, I saw a TV commercial for California Closets just the other day. I was watching some local channel, and California Closets, they don't advertise with us. They advertise on different radio stations.
Good for them. All right, fine, whatever.
They ought to advertise on the MJ Morning Show. Listen, because I've always said they have a nice product, but Fester, and I guess there are different franchises, right?
I guess, yeah. There's a couple of them in the Bay Area.
So you have not seen. For those that don't know, why don't you tell everyone? On your way in every morning at 5:30, for like a long stretch, you'd be on the road at the same time as some dude driving a California Closets van where they do closets. That's what they do. Pantries, closets,
the time of day that we're on the road, usually people are in that same schedule. Not a lot of randos are on the road at 5:40 in the morning.
You know, they do garage organizers too.
Okay.
You know? Oh, do you think Froggy will still do our garage?
Sure. Why not? Why wouldn't he?
Probably have to call him.
Froggy wanted to, because Froggy was getting into the garage organizer business with his shelving company. Something tells me probably not. All right, so what was the California Closets guy doing?
I would see this van once or twice a week just barrel-assing down the highway. I mean, it was like a Mercedes Sprinter van.
Right. And he was sprinting. It's like he's running from the Florida Highway Patrol at 140 miles an hour. You saw that story, right?
I didn't see that one.
Oh, no, I've got one. I've got a story. We'll get into
Involving
that.
a van, a California
No,
closet van?
no.
This is the guy. This is the guy.
No, not him.
I mean, this guy was 90, 95 miles an hour, weaving in and out of cars in a van, and it was a white van. It just had black letters on it. The first couple of times I saw him, I didn't even know what the van said.
It went by that quickly?
And then eventually I'm like, I'm gonna tail this son of a bitch. I'm gonna see who this is.
You know what? He was in a rush to get someone's closet done.
Speedy service.
Very fast service.
If they have a 6 a.m. appointment at your house to put in the closet, you're gonna be there on time.
We're going to get there on time because we're driving 100 miles an hour. All right, so you stop seeing this guy.
I haven't seen him. It feels like months. And I thought of him just last week with the new bridge. I'm like, that guy would love this bridge.
It's the California Closets 500 race. All right, so I just want to know if you had seen him.
No,
I thought about him as well because I saw a TV commercial. All right, so I mentioned the FHP and 140 miles an hour. This is insane. A Tampa idiot is accused of driving 140 miles an hour while running from the Florida Highway Patrol. So, turns out that FHP troopers were investigating reports of street racing in Pinellas Park, and one of them spotted a Ford Mustang going approximately 110 in a 45 zone. This is on 28th Street North. Do you know how dangerous that is? 28th Street North, and someone's doing a $110, 110 miles an hour in a 45? So the driver's been identified as Roberto Alvarez Santos, 23, of Tampa. Yeah, the arrest report said that Santos made a turn onto Grand Avenue, accelerated at a very high rate of speed, according to the FHP report I'm looking at. Then he drove through intersections, red lights, didn't stop. FHP trooper tries to pull Santos over, but he continues westbound on Gandy, reaching speeds of 140 miles an hour, according to the Florida Highway Patrol report. The Mustang then veered into the eastbound lanes.
Oh, no.
As he continued to run from FHP. He drove on the other side of the road into oncoming cars at this high rate of speed.
What happens to this guy?
They finally took him into custody. The Mustang smashed into a center median at 66th Street North. And he was charged with fleeing and eluding. Oh, this guy, reckless driving, resisting an officer without violence. He's got a bunch. He'll do time on this.
Does he lose his license forever?
No, he gets a safe driving award. Of course he loses his license.
But forever? I mean,
I don't know about forever.
Is it like a 5-year suspension? I mean, what does this guy get? What happens to something like this?
I know that there are enhanced charges. I would imagine, Michelle, listen, Michelle's a former prosecutor. They can add additional charges, right? So even the state attorney's office,
right? The police will forward it to the state attorney's office,
but the state
they'll review it and decide what appropriate charges or what charges would be appropriate.
But the state attorney's office in Pinellas County, they could actually enhance the charges as well, couldn't they?
Yeah, if they find facts in there that support that.
Wow, can you imagine?
I don't know. I don't want this guy on the road ever again.
No, I would agree with that. Roberto Alvarez Santos driving the wrong way, 110 miles an hour. I mean, it is a miracle that nobody was murdered by this guy. That is unbelievable. All right, 8:25 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. What are you laughing at?
No, I mean, I kind of figured the guy wasn't going to get a safe driver's discount.
Hey, we watched a movie yesterday.
What'd you watch? Well, hold on. You watched 2 over the weekend.
Yeah,
we watched 3 over the weekend.
Here's the deal. My home theater's been out of operation for a while because my projector, my home theater projector. Listen, we love movies. When Michelle and I designed our house back in 2003, Then we went into the building phase. We finally moved into our house in the summer. It was July 4th weekend. It was Julian's birthday weekend in 2005. We moved into our house in South Tampa. And when we designed the house, I built a specific home theater room with no windows, specifically to be a home theater because we love movies and it's very important. And Michelle, would you say that's one of the features in the house, other than our toilets, that we've used the most?
I love the theater.
For us, it's relationship building. When Michelle and I, when we seem to have drifted apart, headed for divorce, it's the theater and holding hands and enjoying a glass of wine. It's brought us back together.
Is that the reconciliation room?
Michelle can't keep her hands off me in the theater.
Okay, that's taking it a little too far.
That one bathroom you have with two toilets next to each other also helps build your relationship as well.
We call it Thronorama. All right. So finally, my old projector, which we got our money's worth out of, it was an old projector, and it was something called Runco, and they're out of business now. And the projector just finally started taking a crap back last September, before the hurricanes, and it was like intermittent. So you know what? We got our money's worth out of this for years and years and years. The projector that one was from like 2010 or something. So we got 15 years or so out of the projector. And I was waiting for a new projector to be released by Sony, and because I wanted to get the latest greatest, and they didn't ship them till December. Anyway, finally got the theater done thanks to Andrew. Buddy of mine from Advanced ESI down in Sarasota. Yes, I got the invoice for the final payment. Tell Tammy in accounting that she'll have the check very shortly for the final payment. But the new theater just got finished last. The new equipment last
a couple weeks ago.
Friday. It's like Thursday and Friday they were doing it. So it just got completed, and we watched a couple of movies on Saturday, and then I'm so excited about this, and the thing looks so freaking good that I said, like 2:00 yesterday afternoon, I'm like, Michelle, let's watch a movie. So we found, oh man, that movie, did you like, yesterday's was great.
What was the name of it?
Red Rooms. It's what is it? The Rules. It's a French Canadian movie. It's in French. It's subtitled English. And it's like this crazy killer courtroom drama with this French Canadian Montreal based model who that gets involved in I don't want to give too much away, but I thought it was fantastic.
It's Les Chambres Rouges.
Yeah, no, Les Chambres Rouges, whatever it is. Les Chambres. Chloe's probably listening right now saying,
she's going to kill me.
Yeah, Chloe.
I did it for her.
Yeah, Chloe's she did a lot of French. So that movie was fantastic. And then over the weekend, let me give you another one. Let me give you two other movies that we watched.
We watched 3.
Over the weekend.
Yeah, you're missing one.
Over the Saturday, we did a double feature.
Yeah.
So you watched a French Canadian.
All right. So
and Friday.
It's Red Rooms. It's not Red Room. It's Red Rooms, and make sure it's the French Canadian version. It's Red Rooms, ROOMS, and it's Les Rouges, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was great. So then Saturday night we watched Jay Duplass, one of the Duplass brothers, in Outside In.
Oh, the Duplasses,
and that was great. But the one I really loved was that Invisible Man. The Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss, and it's just kind of coincidental because I dug that old photo out of my my photo collection on my phone when Elizabeth Moss was on a JetBlue flight from LaGuardia to Tampa Bay back in 2017, and I took a picture of her coming out of the bathroom. And I acknowledge it's very, very creepy. But listen, listen, I wasn't in the bathroom. I got her outside of the bathroom on the JetBlue Airbus 320. All right.
Still, it's bottom feeder paparazzi.
It is. Listen, I'm a radio guy. I'm always looking for content, so I'm admitting it. It was creepy, but anyway. So the image of Elizabeth Moss, the actress, who was clearly headed down here to Tampa Bay to go visit her Scientology pals in Clearwater. I got a little creepy picture on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. But it turns out that we watched her in the movie The Invisible Man, that was from 2020. That was great. She was fantastic. I like her. I think she's a fantastic actress.
So you didn't like the movie on Friday night?
Which one was Friday nights?
Black Bag.
Oh no, I like that as well.
You didn't mention it.
No, I did. Oh, that's right. We did watch. We did watch a movie, Black Bag, on Friday night.
That's a hot new movie.
Yeah, so we did watch. That was good as well.
Yeah.
So, and that was that was expensive. I had to pay $20 to rent that one.
What?
Well, because
$20 compared to Fester going actually to the movie theater and spending how much?
Oh, that's right. It was $100 to take his kids, himself, and a friend to Minecraft.
You get a theater experience.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay for something at the house.
I've got a theater experience at my house.
I guess so.
And guess what? The if Michelle wants a cherry Coke, it's not $12 at my house.
It's a $0 because you don't have any.
We don't have any. You have a glass of glass of sparkling water.
Right.
Yeah, the popcorn is not $11. It's it costs 42 cents to pop it.
I'll tell you what. There's nothing like movie theater popcorn though.
Anyway,
that's the best.
So a couple of movie recommendations from MJ and Michelle here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM Tampa Bay. All right, 8:32. I got to lightning round a lot of stuff. We have a lot to get into. We have the story of a teenager choked over a dipping sauce issue at McDonald's.
Ooh, which dipping sauce?
Oh, boy. And guess where this happened?
Largo?
Close enough. St. Petersburg.
Okay.
Yeah. A teenage customer was choked by a McDonald's worker after the girl walked behind the counter to take some ranch dipping sauce.
All right, hold on. You read the headline wrong. The way you read it, made it sound like she was choked because of the dipping sauce. Like
she went behind the counter to grab dipping sauce at McDonald's.
Right.
She was choked by a McDonald's employee for going behind the counter.
I thought she got choked because she had too much tangy barbecue sauce in her throat. And she's like, I didn't know she got assaulted by
I said teen choked over dipping sauce. I didn't say teen choked by dipping sauce.
I'm just telling you what I
First of all, who chokes on dipping sauce?
That's why I thought it was so strange.
All right. So, again, another fabulous St. Petersburg Pinellas story here. So the teenager apparently was not getting helped by employees at the McDonald's. So the teenager, 17-year-old, goes back to the McDonald's counter and goes behind to grab her own dipping sauce. I would imagine probably for the McNuggets, right?
McNuggets, yeah, that's the most common dipped item.
Yeah, creamy ranch sauce. Oh, Fester's on the website showing all the McDonald's dipping sauces. Look, creamy ranch sauce. A McDonald's creamy ranch sauce is a mildly tart ranch sauce with a savory onion and garlic flavor.
It's a good sauce.
It's good enough to get choked over, apparently. 17-year-old goes behind the counter. That's when Akina Sampson grabbed her arm when the teen tried to break free. Sampson allegedly grabbed her neck and took the girl to the ground. What a move.
I mean, so the rule is you don't go behind the counter.
No.
At McDonald's or any restaurant for that matter.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da, I'm choking it.
I just need dipping sauces.
Sampson allegedly choked the victim again while they were rolling on the floor at this St. Petersburg McDonald's. Andrew, you said it was what? It was on 34th Street? Where was it, Andrew? Turn your mic on.
I believe 34th Street.
Yeah. Criminal complaint does not reveal how many ranch packets were secured by the victim before she was choked out. Cops responding to the McDonald's last Friday noted that the victim had visible injuries on her neck and left elbow. The incident was captured on video. Man, I'll tell you what, the incidents that happen at Pinellas County McDonald's, it's unbelievable.
It's like a hotbed of illegal activity.
Anyway, Sampson was charged with child abuse because the girl was only 17 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, released from county jail Friday night, got out on a $2,500 bond.
The bond was posted by Grimace.
Mayor McCheese. A judge had ordered Sampson not to have any contact with the victim and stay away from the area of offense. So I'm guessing that's going to really put the kibosh on her upward McDonald's career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what? Those are the kind of people we're looking for here at Mickey D's. Somebody who respects the back counter area.
No, somebody that protects the dipping sauces, man. Man, you can't have a thief coming back there and trying to rip us off for dipping sauces.
No.
They need a sawed-off shotgun behind the counter at McDonald's to keep people from ripping off their dipping sauces.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, the McDonald's that I go to, they give you sauces plenty. I mean, you ask the guy, you ask him nicely, he loads your bag up.
I think the point here is she wasn't getting any help at all. She kept asking for the sauce, probably.
Well, she wasn't getting help, and that's when she took it upon herself.
Right.
I got a little bit of a health question for everyone listening right now. How many times at a certain age should you be able to swallow in 30 seconds?
Who cares?
Apparently, this is very telling as far as your health goes. I mean, I never even thought about this. So I stumbled across this last night while perusing the internets for potential content here on the MJ Morning Show. And this is it's bizarre. A recent study out of Israel reveals the number of times that you should be able to swallow in 30 seconds. It varies by age. And if you can't swallow a certain number of times in 30 seconds, this could be an indication of severe health problems.
Like what?
Yeah, like talking about swallowing water or just making the swallowing motion in your mouth?
Yeah.
Dysphagia.
Who's that?
It's not a who, it's a what. It's
I thought it was a name.
No,
like
it's
dysphagia.
Dysphagia. That'd be a good name.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm dysphagia. Hi,
Yeah.
dysphagia. I'm Fester. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Dysphagia, Dysphagia. And that is a medical term when you have trouble swallowing. It's called dysphagia. And it could be medical related due to medicines you take, could be acid reflux, and it could be a red flag. Diseases like lung cancer, head and neck cancers, stroke, dementia. So there's something called the RSST, the RST. Do you know what the RST is?
The
repetitive saliva swallow test.
I knew one of the S's meant swallow.
Yeah. So according to experts, one of the methods used to diagnose dysphagia is the RSST, the repetitive saliva swallow test. And you can do this anywhere.
Do it right now.
I am. I
want to see you.
I'm going to do it right now. And ages 20 to 39, you should be able to do 8.5 swallows in 30 seconds. In your 40s, target 8 swallows. In your 50s, 7 swallows. 60s, strive for 6.7 swallows. 70s, try to get to 6 swallows. In your 80s, only 4.3 swallows.
You're near death then anyway.
Hang on, I'm going to start the clock right now.
So hold on. Do you drink water? Or is it just like making it?
Hang on. So Michelle, I'm gonna make sure that you can see my swallows.
Let's see.
And then I want you to count. You ready?
Why do I got to do it?
I'm
Can
gonna
Fester do it?
I'm gonna start. Michelle, just count. Are you ready?
I can't see you.
You count. Yes, you
All right,
can.
here we go.
All right,
Let's go.
here we go.
All right,
I'm gonna start the clock.
All right.
I'm gonna start the stopwatch going, and here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wow. 5. That was a great swallow. 6. Amazing swallowing technique. 7 swallows. Here comes 8. 8, everybody. 9 swallows. 10. We're in double digits. 11. 12. That's a world record. 13 swallows. Ladies and gentlemen, do you believe in miracles? MJ's in 15 swallows in 30 seconds. I have never seen a man swallow that much ever. Oh.
All right, so wait a minute.
I don't understand this.
That was amazing. Somebody called the Guinness Book of World Records.
I mean, you doubled it.
I did.
He's a double swallower.
I'm in my 50s. I should try to swallow 7 times, and I just did 15 swallows.
Bogus on this article. Boo.
Oh, the epitome of health and swallowing.
Yeah, really.
I like to talk about all Michelle's swallows over the
All
years.
right.
Listen, you're the king here. You are the king of it all. Put you on a coin or something, man. Wow, that's impressive.
Did I do this right? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
How do I lap this thing +1?
Did it say you have to have food or water in your mouth? Because that would complicate things.
I mean, it's an overall indicator of health. I mean, if you can't swallow 8 times,
I just swallowed. I mean, I did the actual swallows.
But for somebody who can't, that might really be a sign of having some serious
You know what?
medical issues.
All I need to do now is fly to San Juan Capistrano. No, nobody?
No.
Nobody?
To look at the swallows?
Nobody? That's where the swallows go
The
back
swallows,
to San Juan
yeah,
Capistrano
the
every year
swallows.
out in California.
All right.
Listen, don't shoot the messenger here.
Oh, I mean, the messenger just swallowed the canary? How's that
Mm.
going?
I'm just pointing it out. I'm not making this crap
MJ,
up.
listen.
Sounds like you are.
For the men's category in swallowing, you are a gold medal swallower.
I mean, he was so dramatic about it, too.
I mean,
I know.
The unfortunate part for radio is there was absolutely no audio produced with your swallows.
Exactly.
I couldn't hear your gulp.
So I want to move on now. I want to
Okay.
move on. I want to move on to the economy, the stock market, and this is interesting that a bunch of companies, because of all of the tariff activity hanging in the balance right now, and countries being slapped with these major tariffs in bringing goods into the United States, there are big companies that are pausing shipments to the United States. I mean, this is until this is all sorted out, there are a couple of things I want to mention. So the stock market actually was down yesterday. At least the Dow was down. I think S&P and NASDAQ were moderately up or down. It was like very almost flat. But the Dow was down like almost 300 points or so, somewhere in that vicinity. But remember, the futures yesterday were looking dismal, like minus 1,700 points. But it was swinging all over the place.
It had a big bounce back after the first hour.
But there was this bizarre, like, fake news item, and this is unbelievable. I'll get to that in a minute. First, though, the items that are being put on pause that are not coming into the country. Luxury cars, watches, toys are not being shipped to the United States right now. Listen to this. Jaguar, Land Rover, Range Rover, they are stopping the shipment from the UK of these vehicles to the United States. Just shutting them off. In a statement to Sky News, a Jaguar Land Rover spokesperson politely made it clear that drivers in other global markets will have no trouble getting behind the wheel of one of these vehicles. But in the United States, they stopped shipping the cars. I'm sure the dealers don't want to hear that. All right, and then Audi. Audi's another one. So Audi, Volkswagen is freezing all imports, including Audi, due to the 25% auto tariff from the president. All right, so we got to see what's going to happen with Audi. Yeah, Audi is saying that there's an existing inventory of 37,000 Audis in the United States for sale right now. So that's roughly 2 months of sales.
Yeah, if you want one, you better go get one now.
But if they blow through that, then who knows?
So I figured there'll be an elevated demand because of the tariffs. Maybe that lasts, 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, the best-selling Audi is the Q5 SUV, and that's built in Mexico, not in Germany. It's built in Mexico, and Mexico and cars from Mexico, that's in the line of fire.
There's a lot of American cars cars in America that are built in Mexico. There's a bunch in Canada.
Well, Fords, you got Chevys that are made. Listen, you got plenty of Fords and Chevys that are made in the United States, but you got ones that are made in Canada, made in Mexico as well. Plus, a lot of the parts come from foreign countries, so that's one of the issues here. CT scans. So for tubes and electronics that X-ray tubes that are used in CT scans, a lot of them come from China. See, we've got to fix that. There are a couple of fronts. We've got to make sure that all the sensitive medical devices they're made here or they're made in more friendly countries. You know what drives me nuts is all the freaking drugs, all the pharmaceuticals that are coming from India. To bring the freaking pharmaceuticals back to the United States. I agree with that. But again, the tariff issue I think can be done a little bit with a little more finesse. All right, what else? Luxury watches, Swiss watches, Swiss watches, including Rolex, Breitling, Audemars Piguet, AP, Audemars Piguet. Those are all on hold. So Rolex, Breitling, and AP are not shipping watches right now.
So what does that do to the watch market that's currently here?
Right? It could elevate prices. Yeah. And they're saying now the used luxury watch market, which has been kind of soft for a while, that this could jam up used watches right now, depending on how long the trade war lasts and what the tariff eventually. Kids' toys. It's the number of toys. It's like I think 78% or something of the toys in the United States come from China.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing number. What percentage of toys come from China? So we've got, 3% of the world's population, but we consume I think I read 38% of the toys on the planet here in the United States. No,
I thought it'd be higher.
And then 70-something%, I think, come from China. So that's a big problem. So, we'll see. And then we laugh at it.
I just pulled up toys made in America.
Yeah.
My kid doesn't want to play with any of this crap.
Yeah.
Here's some books.
Look, fun with wooden sticks.
Yeah. Great. Crayons are made in America. Okay, fine. I'll take the crayons.
Are Crayolas?
Only Crayola.
Yeah,
Crayolas
Crayolas are made in America.
Still made in America?
Yeah.
Good. Good for Crayola.
A balsa wood plane with
You
a
know what
rubber
always
band.
bothered me about Crayola? That stupid sharpener never worked.
Never worked right.
Remember the big box, like the 64 flavor Crayola? And then they have the sharpener on the side. That damn sharpener never worked.
Okay, you realize you had to peel the paper, right?
That was a hoax.
No.
That was a hoax.
All right.
Phony hoax sharpener on that thing. All right. And then it just shows how fake news can move things. So the market had this instant turnaround and went big in the positive side yesterday because some account, some dude that claims he's in Switzerland put out a tweet on X, right? And said that the Trump administration is going to pause the tariffs. Totally fake.
Then CNBC reported it as fact.
And then because some dude named Walter Bloomberg with a location that says Switzerland, and he has all kinds of business headlines that he posts, or whoever the hell it is, came up with this erroneous thing, posted that Trump is going to pause the tariffs, and the markets spike. I mean, really? The markets can be moved by some stupid tweet? Some X on X, or whatever the hell you call it now. I don't know. That is nuts. That is insane. Walter Bloomberg. And then the White House came out and said, nope, that's totally fake news. Not true. And then the market fell back down again. But can you believe that somebody can move the markets to the tune of hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars with a phony freaking tweet? Oh, he's got a blue check mark next to his name. Well, see, hence the problem. It used to be that real legitimate places had the blue check mark. Now all you got to do is pay $8 a month and you can have a blue check mark. I'm not paying for that. I don't even use X anymore. I'm on Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. And guess what? I'm not paying for a check mark there either.
No.
I'm not paying for it. I don't need no stinking check mark. Get out of here. All right, 8:51 at the MJ Morning Show. I just don't get this. I don't understand it. The rash of passengers behaving badly at airports, on airplanes. In the last couple of days or last week or so, there were 2 naked people at airports.
After going a long time without complete nudity at our airports, 2 in a week is a lot.
I don't remember where they were, but there were 2 stories of naked people. I think I might have just hold on. One was Dallas. Hey, I think I threw it away. Hang on. What did I do with I think I just threw the stories away earlier today because I didn't think I'd get around to them. I'm in the trash right now. I'm dumpster diving.
So here's the naked lady in Dallas, Fort Worth. MJ.
Right,
I have that pulled up in front of you.
All right. So there were two naked. The woman is like naked, like total in the airport. That was Dallas, right?
The one was Dallas,
Right.
and then there's another one.
There's one in Florida.
There's two of them. There's a Florida naked woman and a Dallas naked
All right, so
woman.
Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood Airport, naked woman. All right, that's not even what I'm bringing up. I'm just adding to the flavor here about the people going nuts. So we have additional stories. New Jersey plane passenger accused of groping scared mother as she sat next to her daughter. A New Jersey plane passenger charged with sexually assaulting a terrified mom as she sat next to her daughter. Bravesh Kumar Dayabahi Shakula, 36 years old, of a Parsippany, New Jersey, repeatedly groped the unidentified mom on an American Airlines flight from Montana to Dallas, according to the feds. Shakula touched the woman on her butt, thighs, lower back after flight attendants made their first round, according to the criminal complaint. He stopped when she told him to do so, only to repeat the disturbing act. What's going on here? Shakula continued to rub her, including her thighs, hip, and rub the.
Oh my God!
Yes. What the heck? The female passenger turned toward her daughter, who was seated in the seat next to the window, to try to shield what was happening again. The mother was scared of Shakula, texted her husband, who was not on the flight, about what was happening. Well, you tell the flight, ring your call button. Yes, hi. Yes, this guy's rubbing my. I mean, like, what the hell? Yeah, he denied touching anyone. Claimed that no English.
Yeah.
Anyway, charged with sexual abusive contact in special aircraft jurisdiction. Yeah, faces 2 years in federal prison and a $250,000 fine. Yeah, hit him up good. People nuts. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it's insane these days. 8:54 at the MJ Morning Show. This brings to a close over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. We start the 9 o'clock hour next, including something that happened to a woman at a well-known national fitness chain. What happens when an employee at the fitness chain does this to a customer, a worker outer? Oh, and then a Detroit Tigers executive in trouble with his bat. Yeah, wait till you hear this one. Hang on. That and a whole lot more coming up next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105 104.7 FM. Just brought in a veritable smorgasbord of soft drinks. Now, Michelle, I don't drink many soft drinks.
No.
As you know. Usually it's like one or two a year, and I had my first soft drink of the year up in Connecticut with Julian just a couple of weekends ago. I was at Zupardi's Abitz. A pizza, but they pronounce it up there, Abitz. So I was at Zupardi's in West Haven, Connecticut. Famous place, just phenomenal pizza. Like 90 years in West Haven. Don't short shrift Zupardi's in West Haven. If you go to New Haven and you're doing the New Haven pizza tour, like Frank Pepe, Sally Abitz, a modern bar, you got to take a little ride over to West Haven. Zupardi's is fantastic, and I had a Fox. What do they call Fox? Whatever it is, Fox.
Yeah.
I had the root beer with Julian because I do love root beer. And then somehow I mentioned. How did it come up? I was mentioning grape knee high yesterday, and peach knee high. And Andrew, how did this come up? I forgot. Do you remember how it came up on the show?
Try to remember.
Yeah, somehow it did. Anyway, Andrew said that he'll bring in some grape knee high today, and then I said, what about peach knee high? Unbelievably, Andrew brought in a grape knee high. Look at this. I'm holding it up to MJTV.
That's good stuff.
Fox on Park is what it's called. That famous soda up in Connecticut. Yeah. All right. So he also found. Look at this.
Peach soda?
He found peach soda. He found knee-high peach. Wait a minute. You're not going to believe this. He also found, all right, I got to give you a hint here. This is unbelievable. So this is not a knee-high product. Can you imagine, can you guess what other soda that Andrew, the producer, brought in? I'm going to give you a hint.
I need a hint.
Here is your hint. The sodas are now entering the courtroom.
All right. This is the theme to the People's Court.
Right. So what soda might I have in my hand right here? This is unbelievable.
Doug Llewellyn root beer?
Oh my God, you are so freaking close.
What? Judge Wapner.
It's Judge Wapner root beer.
Oh, shut up.
No, it's Judge Wapner root beer. I'm not making this up. How did I not know that there was Judge Wapner root beer? All right, Andrew. Oh, Jesus. Break a bottle. Knock this thing off the air. All right, Andrew, where did you get these? What store did you buy these at?
There's a place called Rocket Fizz in Wiregrass.
Oh, have you never been to a Rocket Fizz, MJ?
I have not been to Rocket Fizz.
Have you ever heard of a Rocket Fizz?
I have not. I've not heard of Rocket Fizz.
What is it?
So it is like a complete retro candy soda tchotchke store.
I just opened up the Grape Knee High.
Rocket Fizz.
I mean, they have is it fair to say they have like 500 different kinds of carbonated sodas?
Oh,
right?
that's delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, the Grape Knee High is phenomenal. Michelle, you want some Grape Knee High?
No, thank you.
Okay. You're making this awkward. But yeah, Rocket Fizz. I mean, they have all the old candy. They have all, they have.
Fester, you want some Grape Knee High?
Absolutely, I want some
hang
Grape
on,
Knee High.
Michelle, you don't want any? Hang on.
That's the dumbest question I've ever heard.
Here you go.
Hold on.
Grape Knee High for Fester.
Oh, man.
Hang on. I'm going to open up I got to have Peach Knee High now. Hang on. All right. Just open up the Peach Knee High.
That's good.
Now. Oh, Peach Knee High. Oh, let me see if this tastes like I remember. Virginia Beach, 1977. Hang on.
Brings you back?
I just got transported back to 1977.
So listen, you really should go. You would dig this store, Rocket Fizz, MJ.
Oh, man, it's delicious.
It's a complete throwback to the 60s.
Sorry. Excuse me.
I think it's like a throwback to the 60s, 70s, maybe 80s of brands.
Oh, it's fantastic. Fester, you want some Peach Knee High?
Absolutely. Stop
right,
asking dumb questions.
Hang on a minute. Andrew, you want some Peach Knee High?
I gotta say.
Oh, shoot, I almost just dropped it. Can you imagine? This console needs to hang on for like 2 more weeks before we move in the new studio.
Pour a bunch of...
Or 2 more years.
Yeah, who knows? I'm told we're going to be in the new studio by like the 24th or 28th of this month. Yeah, we'll see if that happens. All right, now I got to try the Judge Wapner root beer. This better be a twist off. Oh, it's not.
It's not. We need a bottle opener?
Oh, it's not. The Judge Wapner's, the knee highs are a twist off. This is not a twister. You know what? I'm just going to use the countertop and do the hand slammer because this place is getting demolished anyway.
Yeah, use the back buffet area where your thing is. Oh, you got it.
Boom!
Look at you.
Oh,
it's going to fuzz. It's going to fizz over.
I don't want it to fizz and fuzz over.
Stick your finger in there.
All right. Hang on a minute. Judge Wapner root beer now.
Of course, Andrew has a bottle opener now.
Oh, no, Andrew, hang on a minute. Let me try Judge Wapner's root beer.
That peach is good.
Hang on a minute. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, we're this deep into the theme song that we're at the mellow lounge part of it?
Yeah, that's the very end of the People's Court theme, which nobody's ever heard ever. This is the only part that people know. Oh, yeah, the Judge Wapner. I just had, I can't drink soda for the rest of the year and part of 2026. Because I've just done my quota.
So you can buy Judge Wapner soda by the case.
Yeah.
And they ship it to you.
I tell you what, the Judge Wapner root beer is very, very good. It's very, very flavorful. Andrew, thank you.
Andrew, thank you very much, my friend. Good job.
Oh, no, and he brought me a bottle of Gross Gus's Pirate Piss. What is this?
It looks just like Pirate Piss.
What is this? Gross Gus's, oh, my God, Pirate Piss.
What is that, Andrew?
I don't know. I think it's from the Rough Riders floated Gasparilla Parade.
It might be. It might be.
These are great.
Drink them all.
No, that's it. I've only had, half a cup, quarter of a cup. Yeah.
Now we need some pizza or something, man.
Andrew, thank you, buddy. That's very nice of you. You going to try to get expensed on this?
Yeah, turn it into Terry.
Yeah, you think that'll work?
Yeah, good luck. Yeah.
Just try. Just float it by. Just say, hey, we had an expense this morning.
Oh, man, that peach is so good. The knee-high peach. Anyway, these bottle caps now. All right, where was I?
I don't know. Where were we?
Somewhere.
Andrew, thank you.
Oh, the gym. Yeah. 9:10 now at the MJ Morning Show. It means 50 minutes from right now, 10 o'clock, there's a new Cash Kitty word. So plan out the rest of the day. So you get the MJ Morning Show from 6 to 10. And during the MJ Morning Show, hang on, I'm all fizzed up over here.
Hey, do you know that place, pizza place in St. Pete called the Pizza Box?
Yeah. We like the Pizza Box,
So,
yeah.
according to somebody who's sending me a text, there's a Rocket Fizz like right next door to the Pizza Box.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've been to the Pizza Box numerous times.
Next time you go there, you have to go to the Rocket Fizz
Yeah.
store. And it's like a total retro throwback.
The Pizza Box on Central Avenue in St. Pete, they get a thumbs up from me. Yeah, Pizza Box does a very good job. Nice, wood-fired oven pizza. Excuse me. The husband and wife team that run that place are very, very nice. Yeah, good place. All right, so the gym. A Planet Fitness member gets a strange text from somebody at the front desk.
Oh. You got to figure, when you check in or you beep your card, they know everything about you, right?
A Planet Fitness member says she received a disturbing text from a front desk employee, and then things went from bad to worse when she tried to report it. So I say, what? Yeah, she asked viewers for advice on her social media video. Her name is Emily O'Hara. Oh, sorry.
What did the text say?
I'm telling, man, I just guzzled root beer knee-high and pirate. I didn't open up the pirate piss.
I think it's banana flavored soda.
Very appropriate. All right, so this woman, Emily, is asking viewers for advice on how to deal with this uncomfortable situation. She says, if you're a lawyer, let me know if I have anything here. So, Michelle, you're a lawyer. Yeah, you don't really practice these days, but you do pay your yearly bar dues.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still active with the Florida Bar. According to Emily, the message arrived at 3:14 in the morning. 40-plus male, Asian/Islander, prefers Asian Islander as opposed to Filipino for historical reasons, according to the text. Truly, madly, and deeply in love with you. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Can you imagine if you're like a horny guy and you're working the front desk at a fitness place?
Oh, yeah.
And all these women are walking in their tight spandex outfits and everything?
You can't imagine being a horny guy, Michelle?
No.
Let me tell you.
No,
Listen,
I cannot.
It doesn't give you the right, and obviously this is bad behavior
Mm-hmm.
to, try to hit on a customer.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty damn creepy. So Emily then shared a screenshot of the messages as she read them aloud in the video she posted online. I respond with the question mark because what? The man followed up by apologizing for the late night message and identifying himself. It's Finn. P-H-I-N-N from Planet Fitness. How you been?
How you been?
Hey, Andrew, bring some of this audio up. Let me know when you have some of the audio. Bring up some of her video. So Emily O'Hara, Planet Fitness video, the member getting strange texts from the front desk worker. See if you can find some of the audio so the listeners can hear. I watched some of the videos. The audio's okay. But just to, hear her. But that's crazy. So Emily says, yeah, I know who this guy is. He works the front desk of her gym, which happened to be a Planet Fitness, and is someone that she regularly sees during her visits. Now he decided to go into the system, breach my privacy, and text me a personal message. Even after the woman shot back a text that called the worker unprofessional and creepy, he continues flirting.
Ugh.
I just want to explore you, he writes.
Oh.
What makes you laugh? What makes you happy? Well, the woman contacted the gym, and Finn was fired.
You are finished.
Yeah, you're finished. Yeah. He sends me a termination of employment letter then. The man tried to joke about getting fired from the gym, even doubled down on his offer to take her out on a date. The gym allegedly terminated the employee. The woman said they never contacted her. She's accused the gym of completely ignoring her. I mean, she got to get a couple of months free or something at least, right?
I mean, a free towel, something.
Michelle, your thoughts on this from the attorney point of view?
I just don't even know. Like, I mean, they fired him.
I mean, it sounds like Planet Fitness was this?
Yeah, Planet Fitness.
World Fitness, Planet Fitness. It sounds like they reacted pretty quickly.
Right. I mean, it's not enough for a stalking charge, right? Like that, you have to have continued behavior for that. So she got one nasty little message from him, and then they fired him.
Sounds like exactly what you'd want a Planet Fitness to do when they find out about a breach of customer information.
And so maybe they should give her a month or two free or something. I don't know what the contract is there.
Give her 2 years free.
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever.
The membership's about $250 a year.
Is it really?
Give her 4 years free.
Hold on, that's it?
Yeah, Planet Fitness. I was just looking at their.
Are there different levels, different tiers?
I think it's relatively inexpensive, though.
That is. $250 a year is pretty reasonable.
$15 a month on one plan, $25 a month on another.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, give her 4 years for free.
Right.
Give her a lifetime pass.
I mean,
Apologies.
Right. You want her to come back as and not like spread, bad word about you, right?
I mean,
So people are telling her you can sue the gym for this.
Can you?
The gym is being quiet because they know you can sue 100%. Police will not do anything unless he commits an actual act against you.
I mean, the problem now is that he already has her information, right? So now they fired him, and there's her only recourse then is going to be a criminal complaint if he continues
or like
the behavior.
a restraining order of some sort.
I don't think she has enough yet for it. I mean, just one bad message. You send me one bad message. That's not going to be enough for restraining order.
But let him send you a message that says, I want to explore you.
Well, a couple times, I think.
Andrew, do you have anything? Did you find the audio of her? Do you have it? All right, hold on. Andrew's got some audio, so you can hear Emily, attractive. How old are you? Scroll down. What do you think? How old do you think she is? Looking at her picture. She's what? Maybe 27, 28?
Mid-20s, maybe? Late 20s?
Yeah.
She's a beautiful woman.
Emily O'Hara, all creeped out by Finn at the front desk. You got some audio on her? All right, roll some audio. Here we go.
Okay, so I could genuinely use your guys' advice, especially if you're a lawyer. Like, let me know if I have anything here. Because this isn't right, and I feel like I have not been taken care of properly for this situation. So basically, I've been going to Planet Fitness since 2022, and the beginning of February, I received this strange message, and it said, so here, I'll just show you. One sec. So I received this message on Monday, February 24th at 3 in the morning that says, 40-plus male, Asian Islander, truly, madly, deeply in love with you. And I respond with a question mark because, what? And then I get, forgive my advances, late reply, and lack of introduction. It's very unprofessional on my end. It's Finn from Planet Fitness. How have you been? And for context, this is the front desk guy that I see. I have.
All right, so there you go. There's just, she's reiterating a lot of the text that I read. But, yeah, creepy.
Man.
Hey, I shot a video yesterday. We mentioned this, I think, first thing this morning. I don't think I mentioned in the 7 or 8 o'clock hour. But I shot the carbon monoxide detector video yesterday, which I said I was going to do. And after the spate of recent stories, 3 women in their 20s were on some kind of getaway spring break late February in Belize. And 3 young women from Massachusetts died in Belize because of carbon monoxide poisoning. Then you have the son of former Yankee
Brett Gardner.
His son was Miller, 14 years old. They were vacationing in Costa Rica, and the son, the 14-year-old, died of carbon monoxide poisoning at this resort. And I can't even imagine this. Your heart breaks for these people and their families. And I have always touted on this program for years. It's got to be at least 15 years, maybe more, to get a portable carbon monoxide detector. It's the size of a couple of packs of cards or a garage door opener, maybe an older one. And you just toss it in your luggage so you have it with you when you travel, and you just put it out on in the room wherever you are, because you don't know the environment everywhere. And guess what? If these individuals had this portable carbon monoxide detector, they'd be alive, because it would have started alerting. And I shot the video. I've been telling people to get one of these and travel with this for years. I shot the video yesterday with Michelle. I'm sitting at the kitchen table. Michelle's, holding the camera, and I'm just showing the detector. And the video is on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Share it. This thing's less than $40. And I like the one that I buy is the Kidde, Kidde, Kidde. They make fire extinguishers, fire safety company. And this one is a sealed unit. It's a 10-year lithium-ion battery that's sealed. And when the battery goes dead in about 10 years, just chuck it and buy a new one. So you don't have to change batteries. It's self-contained for 10 years because lithium-ion batteries can last a very long time. And it has a little LCD display for ppm. You can see parts per million. It'll alert if there's carbon monoxide. And these people would be alive if they had this simple little $40 item. And so if you want to see it, all the details, it's on my Instagram. Go to Certified MJ Radio. It's the last item. I'm holding it up. It says, "This could save your life." I derive nothing from this. I'm not like an affiliate link. I don't have a link. I make nothing. There's no financial benefit for me whatsoever on this thing.
Yeah, we haven't figured that out yet.
Shut up. I'm just looking out for our listeners.
I mean, it would be nice to make like $2 each, right?
So listen to this. I posted this video at 6 o'clock yesterday. 5:55 p.m. I think I put this thing up. And when I put it up, the price was $37.50. And then by 8 o'clock, I checked, the price had gone up to $39.03 on Amazon. So clearly, so many people were either viewing or buying that Amazon's algorithm raised the price of this thing by $1.53. And then Fester says that it's back down again to $37.50.
Yeah. So plenty still available.
Yeah. So it's now down to $37.50 again, but it did tick up yesterday. Get this or another one. You don't have to get this one. I like this one because it's a sealed 10-year unit, but just do some research and get yourself a portable battery-powered carbon monoxide detector and travel with this thing.
Hear, hear.
Yeah, hear, hear. Just a public service message from the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM, Q105. When we get back, it's 9:22. The final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next. So I mentioned we've got a Major League Baseball executive with the Detroit Tigers. Not going to believe what he did with his bat. Ooh, we'll get to that coming up in just a bit. I got Hollywood stuff. A lot of people are a little upset with that White Lotus show, which Michelle and I are up on seasons 1 and 2. We have not started season 3 yet. Did you know about the Madonna feud with Elton John?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah. All right, so we have the update on the feud that we did not know about. The long-standing feud between Madonna and Elton John.
I guess I never have seen them really together or do anything together.
Hang on. I've got the story next and a whole lot more on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. If you... So at 10 o'clock, listen up, and we'll give you a new word. Refresh your memory on the text number. You text the word at 10 o'clock, and you could be the next $1,000 winner. So we do it at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. That's when the Cash Kitty makes her appearance, and you just text the word, and you could be $1,000 richer 5 times a day with our national contest here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Again, congratulations to the Florida Gators, men's basketball. Big win over Houston last night. One of the Houston players is from the Tampa Bay area, right?
So, yeah, during the introductions yesterday, I heard them, they announced the player from Tampa, Florida.
But isn't he actually from, like, Lakeland or Lake Wales or something?
So the Gators have a player who went to high school in Lake Wales.
Right.
The Houston Cougars has a player who went to high school at Bishop McLaughlin, a Catholic school.
Where's that?
In Spring Hill.
Oh, Spring Hill.
But during the announcement.
Oh, so hold on. The one that's for Houston, the one that said Tampa Bay, he went to school in Spring Hill.
Yes. But
okay,
he
gotcha.
goes, I think his name is Emmanuel Sharp. And he goes,
right.
Emmanuel Sharp, Tampa, Florida. I'm like, holy crap. I don't have my pulse on the high school basketball scene. So I'm like, what school did he go to? And he goes, Bishop McLaughlin in Spring Hill.
So Florida won national championship in San Antonio, Texas last night, 65-63. They were down by 12 in the second half, came roaring back. Houston had a chance to win it with 19 seconds left, and they couldn't get a final shot off. And Michelle claims that she won $10,000 on the game last night. And you know how Michelle picks what team she likes? Michelle, why don't you tell everybody?
The color of the uniforms?
No, that's not the term you use. You like their...
Oh, their costumes.
Michelle calls them costumes.
We got the blueberries playing the snowflakes last night.
How do you not say costumes? Michelle calls the, I like their costume better than the other team's costume.
Yeah, they made their costumes.
Yeah.
Like you're buying a ghost outfit at Party City?
Like the superheroes.
Yeah.
Oh, may they rest in peace.
Oh, I know.
They're just a ghost of themselves. Yeah. Anyway, congratulations. Costumes. Did you really win $10,000? You becoming a degenerate gambler like that Portnoy guy?
Not quite like that. Having a little fun.
All right, speaking of sports, we don't do a whole lot of sports on the show, and this is not really sports. A big executive with the Detroit Tigers has resigned because he was sending unsolicited photos of his crotch bat to female staffers.
Again.
What is going on? Why does he think that female staffers want to see a picture of his crotch bat?
Okay, so this is going to sound really silly.
Yeah, what?
Was he in like an active relationship with them, and then it goes sour, and then the junk pictures are out there?
Maybe.
Listen, Sam Menzen is now the former assistant general manager of the Detroit Tigers.
That's a big job.
Yes, after resigning from his post on Thursday just before the team could fire him for improper workplace conduct. While the team did not say exactly what he had done to be fired, The Athletic reported that Menzen had sent unsolicited lewd photos to two former female employees with the ball club. In an interview with the outlet, two women who had worked for the team said the once respected baseball executive sent disturbing images of his genitals via the social media app Snapchat.
That's what Gavin said earlier. I mean, he said Snapchat because it disappears, but you can screenshot it.
Snap junk.
No kidding. Snap crotch.
Snap crotch, snap junk. Auto delete.
Crotch chat.
Yes, that's what I was thinking, Fester. Thank you. I wasn't going to say it.
I was getting there.
So what
crotch chat?
Crotch chat?
So that's literally what it is. Like you want to send something to somebody, you know it's going to disappear. How are you going to do it?
I mean,
crotch chat.
Yeah.
Talk about the first thing that pops up.
Okay, Fester.
Snatch chat.
That's fantastic.
I'm sorry.
Fantastic.
I'm sorry.
You know,
how are we not social platform
Did
billionaires?
was that loud enough for it to go over the air?
If you heard it, you heard
I don't know. I kind of backed away from the mic a little bit. I'm sorry.
If you heard it, you heard it.
Sorry. Some things I just got to say. All right. So these unwanted images apparently went back as far as 2017. What the hell took so long? An additional woman who worked in a Major League Baseball but not for the Tigers told The Athletic that somewhere between 2018 and 2019, Menzen had sent her unsolicited messages of his genitals on the same app.
So he sent his junk 7 years ago, and now he's losing his
Well,
job. He resigns from his job.
It's
over
happened multiple times, but as far back as 2017.
Okay, all right.
So I don't know when the last time he.
It has to be like repeated behavior, Fester. So they had one incident way back, 7-8 years ago. That's not enough to do anything about it. But now you got a second person.
Like, all right, guys.
All right, now he's a habitual offender.
I don't know when the last time.
I mean, honestly.
Seriously.
I don't know when the last time it was batter up or ball two. Get it?
No, we don't get it.
He struck out. Now he's out of there.
All right. Anyway, how to throw away a Major League Baseball executive career.
Yeah.
Oh, my
he'll get picked up somewhere else.
Madonna and Elton John. I had no idea there was this long-standing feud.
Yeah.
Wow. So they've buried the hatchet, apparently.
Well, before one of them dies?
Well, Elton's in bad shape. Well, he was on Saturday Night Live on Saturday night, and that's where this happened. So Madonna, 66, and Elton John, 78, they apparently put to rest their longtime dispute, their beef, whatever it was, at Saturday Night Live. So you had Elton John playing the piano and singing, and then you had Brandy Carlisle, who I like her. She's good.
They just had a concert on CBS.
Yeah.
It was like it might have been Saturday night.
Right.
Maybe, Saturday night or Sunday night.
So Brandy Carlisle,
Friday?
they were together on Saturday night. They were the musical guests on
they had
SNL.
They had a primetime show this in the last couple of days.
But apparently Madonna was at SNL. Madonna buried the hatchet with Elton John, whatever the feud is, that goes back years. They buried the hatchet backstage at Saturday Night Live over the weekend.
That's good.
Mm.
I mean, I'm a pretty good grudge holder, but,
You're the grudgiest.
Well, not the grudgiest.
Yeah. Out of Seattle came grunge.
Yeah.
Out of Tampa Bay comes grudge.
Listen.
The Grudge Report right here, Fester.
Listen, I'm pretty good, but I'm not the best. I can think of one much better. But
who dat?
You.
Me?
You.
Me.
Oh my God.
Me.
You. Oh, you can write.
Me.
You can do a TED Talk on how to keep a grudge.
Really?
Oh, this guy?
Over,
him once.
over the decades, it
Fight him
hurt
once.
me to know that someone I admired so much shared his dislike for me publicly. As an artist, Madonna wrote about their feud. I just don't understand it. Attending Saturday Night Live taping in New York with her boyfriend, Akeem Morris, 28. Yeah, Madonna, 68. Boyfriend, 28.
Good for her and him.
Madonna was clearly out to express herself to John. I was told Elton John was a musical guest on SNL. I decided to go. I needed to go backstage and confront him. However, there were no knockdowns, no drag down fight. When I met him, the first thing out of his mouth was, "Forgive me." And the wall between us fell down.
That's beautiful.
Well, he was the one who disparaged her, I think, what it was premised upon.
How far back does it go?
I guess he didn't like her music or something.
Let's go back to like a virgin and dress you up?
I mean,
probably.
Angel? Like a prayer?
They kind of rose up in the same time. I know Elton was around much earlier, but, big hits all through the 80s and 90s. Yeah, they were in the same period. And I don't think I've ever really seen them together. I can't think of a time where there was a collab. And that might have made sense because they both appeal to that same kind of poppy, flamboyant audience.
Oh, man, I just thought of a new rejoiner for, when we come back from commercials.
Yeah.
I use rejoiner music, just stuff that I like. I just thought of a Madonna one that we don't play the song, I don't think, but I love. I
know which one it is.
What is it?
Right.
And now Elton John likes Madonna again too, apparently.
Do you know what Elton John can add to our rejoins? Goodbye, England's Rose.
What?
The Princess Diana song.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Norma Jean. Goodbye, England's Rose. All right.
Yeah, he changed the lyrics, remember?
That was a terrible joke.
That's not good for rejoin.
Trying to make a joke.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad that Madonna. Listen, life's too short, and Elton John, isn't he? He's going blind. He's got very bad. We've had the story on the air maybe within the last couple of months that Elton John's eyesight apparently is almost toast.
Yeah.
I remember I interviewed Elton John. This is right after Princess Di died, and he did the special Candle in the Wind version for Princess Di, and Elton John was doing limited radio interviews.
That's awesome.
And we had one on the old MJ and BJ morning show back, when we were across the street at the other station. We got one of the, it was like a handful of interviews. They offered I think they offered like Rick Dees on Kiss FM. They offered the Z100 morning show in New York City. And we got one of the interviews on the MJ and BJ show, but I had to do it in the afternoon. So I had to come back to the radio station like at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll come back for Elton John.
Yeah, and I came back to record an interview with Elton John. And I'm sure I have the tape somewhere, but he was great. He was just very, very nice. And I've always been an Elton John fan. I love his voice. I love the bulk of his songs. The writing genius of Bernie Taupin, his partner for many, many years in music. Not romance. I think Bernie's straight. But the deal is I've always liked Elton John. Always liked the guy. And he was just so nice on the phone. Somebody of his stature. He was really just fantastic. Yeah. And I'll always remember, having a 10-minute conversation with him. Mm-hmm. And then, we played it back the next day on the MJ and BJ morning show. All right, a couple other Hollywood-related or showbiz-related things. P. Diddy is going to trial in weeks. That is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah.
That, I wonder how much, well, it's going to get a lot of coverage, but it's...
Did you see the big news about it, though?
But it's federal court, so there are going to be no cameras in the courtroom because it's a federal... See, I think it's time for that to change. I want cameras in federal court. I probably have the big news. What do you think the big news is?
That Cassie Ventura is going to be a named victim instead of being victim number one, anonymous.
That's what I have. Hollywood Reporter right here. Cassie Ventura will testify using her name at ex-partner Sean Diddy Combs. Remember, she was the one that was like trampled and dragged in the hallway of that hotel. What was that in Los Angeles?
Yeah, I think it was Los Angeles.
Yeah, in the hallway outside the elevator. I mean, just totally abused by Diddy. I mean, it's not an accusation. We saw the damn thing on video.
Mm-hmm.
So Cassie Ventura will testify using her name. And again, she will not take the stand as victim number one, but she will take the stand as Cassie Ventura. And then 3 other alleged victims are set to testify at Combs' trial, which will start in just a couple of weeks. The trial is set for May 5th. Will that happen? Will there be a continuance or a delay? I don't know. But this will be a big story. So Ventura will testify under her own name. Victim 2, 3, and 4 have asked that their identities are not used. So that's a big turn of events that victim 1 is Cassie Ventura, and she's saying, say my name, say my name.
Well, I mean, her name and video is already out there.
Right.
I mean, if you've been anonymous up until this point, you keep it anonymous because you don't want your life blown up over this.
All right, the Minecraft movie, the box office has been revised.
Higher?
They made a big mistake. They said it was a huge opening at $157 million. They're saying that a computer glitch caused a problem. It only made $119,000.
Yeah, well.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
It was revised higher. So Minecraft, which has awful reviews from the critics.
From old men.
Yeah. What do you keep harping on this for? Let it go.
Awful reviews from Gene Siskel.
Right.
No, he's not.
Okay,
reviewing
Roger
anything.
Ebert then.
Yeah.
Neither of them are working.
Whatever.
What about the guy with the Gene
They're
Shalit?
both permanently retired. Gene Shalit, he's gone too.
So, but those are the kind of, if you're writing for a major publication or a major website, you're not 14.
Right.
163 million now. So 157 up to 163, and
what's the other news with that?
I can't imagine I'm ever going to see that movie.
Well, guess what?
But the world gross right now, world box office is at $313 million.
It beat Barbie.
Well, opening weekend it beat Barbie. Yeah.
By like $1 million.
Yeah.
You know what you really, honestly, you should do, MJ? Once the hubbub about Minecraft calms down, you need to see it with Julian because it had a...
I don't think Julian even wants to see the movie.
If he's into movie making and cinematographer stuff...
He'll see anything.
Pretty cool movie.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like all CGI.
CGI.
It's not. There's no cinematography in that thing. It's Jack Black on a green screen for 2 hours, probably.
But who doesn't love Jack Black?
I like Jack Black.
Well, there you go. There's a reason to see it.
And then at the end,
you know what?
busts out a song?
Jack Black can have explosive diarrhea on the screen,
I would enjoy it.
and I would like it.
Yeah. And he's with Jason Momoa.
It's not the green screen; it's the brown screen.
And Jason Momoa finally gets to exercise some comedic chops. And now that the more time that passes, it was a pretty decent movie for a dumb kid.
All right, White Lotus, which Michelle and I have not yet begun season 3. And Walt Goggins is in there. We like Walter Goggins.
That might be a reason to watch it, but now that we know everybody's so disappointed, and I'm like, why?
Remember Shane from The Shield?
Oh, yeah.
The Shield was great. That show never got the accolades that it should. You know, we ought to go back and watch The Shield again. We ought to do that. The Shield's so good. All right. And I want to start Breaking Bad again. Now, we watched The Sopranos again, and it's totally fantastic.
Short King, we got a lot of new stuff to watch.
Just stop calling me Short King.
All
right. So White Lotus fans are very, very upset over what they claim is a preposterous plot hole in the finale of season 3. And people are saying that it's ridiculous. It's idiotic. What schmuck came up with this? I don't know. But fans are like, White Lotus fans are flipping out over several things in this last season here. So... we going to watch season 3 or no?
Probably not.
Because I did like 1 and 2. You were not really a White Lotus fan. But we did stay at the same damn hotel. That's where Julian chipped his tooth.
Yeah, that was the only thing that I kind of was okay about that. But how many crazy hotel managers can you have all around the world, and then just nutty guests all interacting? It's just too coincidental.
Well, season 1 of White Lotus was filmed at the Four Seasons in Maui, which is just up from McKenna Beach. Chloe did a couple of scuba dives there. She did her first 2 cert dives, and McKenna then finally got certified with her last 2 in Kauai. But we stayed at that same hotel. We saw the pool, right? I'm like, oh my God, they're showing shots of the pool. I'm like, holy crap, right there. That's where Julian jumped in and chipped his tooth.
Yeah.
Michelle had just ordered a $22 pineapple extravaganza Mai Tai drink, and Julian says, Mom, I just hit my face. And he comes up out of the water, his tooth is cracked in half. Yeah, from the White Lotus season 1 pool at the Four Seasons. What, 12 years ago? 13 years ago?
Yeah. 12.
Right. We got to go. It is time to shut her down. The Cash Kitty is next. Your chance to win $1,000. Heads up, 10 o'clock. The word is coming your way. Folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And let's be careful out there. The MJ Morning Show, over and out.
The Q105 app is your connection to all the big contests, powered by Anna.